Lily is not stupid, but she's also not a genius. So no.
Isaac also has
I-
+4 to Arcana.
Would you
You
like
could
to
have
do
done
an
like the
Arcana?
soft identify before the actual identify.
Well, we
Look,
didn't think
we
of
don't have
that.
access to your sheet the way Patmore does.
Hang on. The problem was you had people who couldn't drive a manual driving a manual. Now that the driver is back, what do you want to do for Isaac?
Oh, let's just do an Arcana check because it's on topic.
Cool.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You might even have a spark of genius. Cool. It is covered in the shit house with arcane traps. If they were just kind of like indiscriminate in their activation, you guys would be dead by now. They seem to be in such number because they're all designed for specific contingencies.
All right.
But every trap would only have a certain number of charges before consumed. So in theory, you could just keep identifying until you died or it ran out of charges.
Don't do it.
I'm feeling I would die first.
I think you rolled really low on the damage to begin with.
Oh,
You rolled medium.
Oh
I
yeah,
did.
Like
I
you rolled
absolutely
below,
did.
way below average. Like you rolled like everything was below average on the roll.
It was 10d6, and there were a lot of ones in there.
And a lot of threes.
Yeah, but it's fine. Anyway, so, are you guys just heading straight back to town?
I think we're going to see our nefarious contact.
In town though, you're not going.
Yeah.
You're not throwing this in the river. You're not going anywhere off course.
I mean, we probably should have thrown it in the river, and we probably should have left it in the cave. But yeah, let's go give it to the shady guy.
You
Okay.
want to throw it in the river?
Like, not really. I want to get paid.
We're not really getting paid.
We're getting a discount on future services.
I missed that portion.
There was, I think.
So
The payment was the meeting with Solomon. That was the
Yeah, and half what we got.
Yeah, it's also like, hey, you can have everything there that isn't this. So, and you guys got a bunch of magic items from there.
That's right, we did.
Which,
We
just
did?
to summarize that, there was a handy haversack, which is like a bag of holding, but it's a backpack.
Oh, true.
There's also money in there. There were a bunch of +2 arrows. There was a glove of missile snaring. There was a weird metallic finger. I think that might be from earlier. And there was a healing potion and a invisibility potion there. So you guys got probably around 1,000 silver worth of just expensive items. Maybe more depending on how much. Actually, way more because of the arrows. Maybe about 3k worth of silver.
Got the mariner's armor?
You got that at the mansion.
Who got it though? Who's using it?
I'm wielding it.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Gotta
Kat wasn't here when we decided that, so it's been updated. So Kat, do your clerical.
I'm updating it. Just don't mess with it. I fixed it.
Okay. Anyway,
Somebody messed with it, and now it didn't work.
Kat may have been in there at the time.
I was already in there.
Okay, so who in this party has the highest survival?
I have +6.
I think it was Fogwell.
I've only got +5.
I have +0.
I have +5.
Okay.
Yeah, so Fogwell.
Cleric will be.
Fogwell, with advantage from someone presumably aiding you, and guidance if you like. May I have a survival check?
How do I do the guidance thing?
Oh, I'm just gonna open the sheet so I can.
I can just roll it, but
So, there's a way of setting it up so you don't have to worry about doing it all the time. So what you do is there are in the settings there are
yes.
global modifiers that you can add. So here is the one for the skill checks, which would be guidance. So if you look at your sheet now, you've got under your tools and above your armor, like proficiencies, you've got a thing that says global skill modifier
Yes.
guidance. When that blue box is ticked, it will
Oh, got
automatically
it.
add a 1d4.
Perfect. Got it.
Yep. So if you roll
advantage.
Yep. Yeah. If you roll survival
Should be-
advantage. Yep. There you go.
It's an
And
18 plus 2.
So that's a 20.
20.
Cool. Cool. I just have to roll against that, and depending on how that goes, something may or may not happen. Okay. As far as you can tell, nothing bad happens. Approaching Satan. It would be late afternoon. The only hurdle now is to get a evil-looking silver coffin past the wall guards. So, whoever wants to lead that endeavor may start.
Well, we have it in a cart right now, right? Because we were able to get one.
Yep.
I have I don't know if anyone has any extra like cloth or anything on them. I have a fishing net, so I can just cover it with some stuff.
Okay.
Just as a reminder, was the shade that it summoned, like, was it bound to the sarcophagi, or was it bound to the crypt? Like every time we touch it appears again?
You don't know exactly what it was bound to, but it did disappear after you moved it.
I have an easier idea than trying to get it past the guards. Why don't I go in and tell him we have it, but we don't want to risk the guards taking it, and then he has to come get it somehow.
That might be smart, yeah.
I'm going to go do that.
Buddy system.
Is somebody coming with me?
You can have
I will
the
definitely go.
I'll come.
Okay. We go.
Problematic.
Okay. So.
Do we get a long rest? No.
No, not yet. Soon, but not yet. So, Cat, Angel, you guys, go there. I do need a, I'll just have a D100 from one of you. But assuming you don't roll like Emmy normally does, you guys won't have any issues. Okay, you're good.
Whoa. I
Yeah.
rolled really good yesterday.
You did, which means you're not allowed to roll today or you kill everyone.
That's true. Balance.
So, you guys arrive at the gambling den. What do you want to do?
Gonna go talk to our guy.
Okay. He will, he'll have someone let you into his office. He will say he was expecting more of you. He didn't think that it was going to be that challenging.
Oh, no, we got it, but we didn't want to try and sneak it past the guards because, they might take possession of it.
Right.
You have a secret way into the city that you want it taken through.
I can't confirm or deny that. Where do
Well,
you have
then,
it currently?
I'll tell him where we have it currently.
Okay. I will send people there to collect it.
Awesome. Well, thank you. We're gonna go back and meet them to let them know that somebody is allowed to take it. Is there a way we know it's your people and not someone else?
Pick a
It's a
word.
terrible box. No one else should want the box.
She's right, but if you want an extra level of security, pick a word and they'll say it to you.
Watermelon.
Okay. They will say watermelon when they arrive.
Okay. We leave before I make things even harder.
Okay. You guys arrive, and about 4 minutes later, a group of people would arrive, and they will say watermelon.
Fantastic. It's the guys.
Yep,
Please take the terrible box.
Please.
Okay, they will. What do you guys want to do now?
Can we just like coach them a little bit on what the terrible box would do to you? Just so they don't immediately kill themselves on the box.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
it'd be
by
pretty funny if
identifying
they
it.
did.
Just like a general rundown. It's trapped in the shit house. A ghost might appear. He's chill though. Don't identify it. It's not worth it. Choose
Specifically
life.
tries to kill you and almost killed him, and I pointed Isaac.
Yeah.
Who still has a little bit
Probably
Isaac looks
coming off
best.
him? Okay, so they'll take it. Do you guys want to go and speak to Old Crowley now to get your information, or do you guys want to go to bed?
Maybe go to bed, just because I think a few of us are a bit injured. And it's been a long day.
Lily will call after him. Tell your boss we'll see him tomorrow morning. Please.
You'll get one of these.
I get the feeling they don't like us, and I'm not sure why. I've been polite the whole time.
I think they're just kind of not talkative, shady types.
You're also very.
They
blue.
tend
economy's
not
taking a
to
hit.
bond.
What's wrong with being blue?
Can't trust someone who's entirely one color.
I'm not entirely one color.
They're not fans of Alpha 65, okay?
And sorry, kind of looks at Mudgak. It's why they don't like him. He's entirely green.
He's not entirely green. He's got black hair.
Aggie will wave her arm.
Alright.
Get tattooed to trust you more.
Where? What should I get?
I know.
And where? She looks down at herself.
Trustworthy on your forehead.
Mm-hmm.
That
he's thinking
actually engenders the opposite, I think.
No, yeah. Instead just gullible. Right there.
No, right untrustworthy, because then it will engender the opposite, which means I'll trust you.
This all sounds like a terrible idea.
It is.
What would you know? You're blue.
See?
I'm not stupid, though.
Well, then you
Why
have
are
to
you
get
being mean to me,
tattooed on your
Captain?
forehead.
Just a bit of banter.
Bant.
Okay.
A
So you
goof.
guys go to Ilif's house?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, is it a dump?
It might smell like fish in there.
Actually,
I would think it would.
It smells like chemicals. You guys left William here.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, that's
What
a
kind
nice
of chemicals?
change.
Like alchemy chemicals.
Oh.
Cool.
He's an
Like
alchemist.
drug making
Well-
chemicals, or
A meth lab in my house?
Yeah,
you're
it's
making
Breaking Bad
assumption.
More likely than you think.
If you want a specific answer, Angel, I will need an intelligence check.
Okay.
great.
Alchemist chemicals is probably your best answer ever.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's alchemist chemicals.
Cool. Nice.
Anyone else who's interested can also roll intelligence.
I love shrugs.
Murder, you know enough to know they're not drugs.
Eh. Lame.
Okay, so refractor. It seems that the majority of the smell is kind of the main kind of like bonding agent that can be used for a bunch of different sorts of potions. You think based on the other stuff that's here, you think it's probably more general healing and minor buffs than anything else, but you know, there might be something in there that might surprise you.
All right.
Because as anyone who
So-
makes potions will tell you, the money is in healing potions, right? People will come in 5 times a day when they're doing dumb shit to get healing potions. They might only come in once a month to get a potion that makes you better at perception.
Yeah.
So, William will ask how it went.
We're alive and we delivered it, so we did good. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
I mean, I want to know what's inside though, but I think it was good not to open it.
Well, we'll probably learn eventually.
You think so, Captain?
Like, I don't think if they were getting it for somebody, that somebody's going to open it, and if they were getting it for themselves, they're going to open it eventually. And if it's catastrophic, we'll know.
Diego will offer his 2 cents of maybe someone wanted it as a desk.
See, that's why I keep you around. You're very salt of the earth.
Yeah. Like, how cool would that be as a desk?
It tries to kill you if you look at it wrong.
Yeah, but if you know that, you can have your bad guy, like your enemy, touch it and die.
That's what the mouse pad's for.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hey, haven't thought of that.
Either
Yeah,
way,
that might be a cool desk then.
Mm.
desk or no desk, I feel like it's going to come up eventually. Feels like one of those things that does. Like a
Yeah.
bad rash.
Cursed objects that we leave alone do tend to just turn up like bad pennies.
William will say to Garth after this conversation, if you do have a bad rash, you can fix that for a price.
I am rashless.
Well, that's not what they say about you, but okay.
You lost it in the war.
Okay, so everyone who would like to may long rest now.
Yay.
Ooh.
I'll do some
Definitely
fishing
do.
before bed.
Okay. Roll a fishing check.
What's that? Survival?
It would be for everyone else, but are you proficient in survival?
I am. I actually took a feat
Oh, okay.
specifically.
I'll allow it then. I was going to give you a fishing skill, but if you're already proficient in survival, we'll just go with that.
I mean, we could change it up because it's the human feat. Whatchamacallit?
No, I'm cool
Skill
with you.
expert.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with you having survival. We'll do that. You may roll.
21.
Okay. Contrary to the reputation that precedes you, with everyone you meet, you actually succeed at catching some fish.
I'll make some dinner for everyone.
What sort of dinner?
I don't know. Just like a fish stew or something.
Okay. Can I have a survival check to see how the stew turns out?
Oh no! Even better.
You know what? It's not bad. It looks a little bit like a chum bucket, but it doesn't taste that bad.
Nice.
Delicious.
Thanks,
I
Eilish.
best stew
It's
I've ever had.
the fresh pepper. You gotta, sprinkle on top after.
That's the secret.
That's
Weird
my
call
secret.
to use fresh fish in a stew, but it worked out for you.
It's an old recipe I learned from my Mima.
Well, it is pretty old.
Is she still around? Ask Diego.
No.
Same.
Good God.
Diego,
I
has
share
anyone
knowing
ever
look.
told you that you're kind of a killjoy?
Like I'm a joy to kill around.
No. Like you kill Joy.
I haven't met her. She one of your friends?
She looks at Maggie. Tell me I'm not crazy. He's just obtuse, right?
I don't know. I haven't met Joy either.
I hate
See?
both of you. Joy the emotion.
I haven't met that one either.
Don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so you guys long rest. Long rest your sheets. Those who weren't here, you have to give yourself a little bit of XP because we moved to XP while you weren't looking. You should have 1,500 now after the last session. Emmy, you should have 1,510 because of your successful fishing. So, it is early in the morning when you guys wake up. You guys want to go to Old Crowley's, or do you want to take a sudden left turn and raid the fort?
Nope, to Crowley's.
Okay. Bit of housekeeping before we do that. Did you guys ever settle on who got the glove and missile snaring?
I think that was me.
That was you, Kat. Write it down on the putty book so we know where they are.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Emmy, you guys go to the gambling den. You guys don't actually really get there that early because, Emmy, from your experience, Old Crowley probably isn't awake until 11.
It's fair.
So you guys probably have a nice brunch or something before going. But once you get there, it's 11 o'clock. Crowley's just woken up. A little bit grumpy, but you can say what you want to say to him.
All right. So that meeting with Solomon, that was the name.
Yep.
Can you arrange that for today or tomorrow?
How does 20 minutes from now sound?
That sounds perfect.
Cool. I already arranged 20 minutes from now, so that works really well.
Great. You have a discreet room. We can
I only have
talk.
discrete rooms.
Okay. I brought you some leftover stew. Put it on the table.
I'd like you to eat a little bit of it first.
I eat a bit.
He's gonna intently look at you to see if you start dying.
I hold a stare.
Okay. I appreciate it. Reaches into his drawer, rolls around, and puts a potion on the table. That's for you, for the stew.
Damn, perks of cooking, guys. I'll
Old
pocket it.
fish head stew never fails.
Yeah, the label fell off a little while ago, but I think it's a healing potion.
Don't ask how old.
Oh, it's quite old.
By the
It's
sound of
not fresh.
It's vintage.
Yeah,
It's got that old flavor. It's got the cocaine in it instead of the corn syrup.
Yeah, from before they took the cocaine out of the healing potions.
When you pick it up, you kind of have to blow the dust off it. And you know the moment you pull the cork, it's going to make that satisfying cork noise. Okay. So I can give you the basement or the shed. Which one do you want to have your discreet meeting in?
Basement? Question mark. I looked at everyone.
Sure.
The basement sounds quite
Basement.
Cool. It's a
good.
bit,
Basement that we're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, it's a bit cluttered, so you might need to clean it while you're down there.
Noted.
Okay.
Might be some hiding spots for Maggie.
Oh, and watch out for the rats. Okay. Good luck. Don't destroy my establishment.
We won't.
I'm holding you to that.
Damn it.
Sure.
Okay. Do you guys go down to the basement?
Yeah.
Is he being, like, truthful, or is he about to screw us over?
You
Who
can
knows,
insight
right?
him.
I would like to know.
Okay. Nothing he has said during this engagement you feel has been dishonest.
Okay.
He hasn't really
Oh.
made any concrete statements on if he's gonna backstab us, though.
No,
That's
he said he
true.
only has discrete rooms. That's a very concrete statement.
He also seems to have a fondness for Islev, and you'd think that he'd have to be paid a ridiculous amount of money to backstab Islev. Like, there's an amount out there. It's not like ride or die with Islev, but it's like we're talking like high to medium 4 digits.
Oh, that's so nice.
Don't
Once we
worry,
were said
Ilis, I
he's
wouldn't
like,
backstab you for anything less than 50,000 gold.
Well, that means a lot to me, Captain.
Especially coming from Old Crowley.
Like, to be fair though, like Emmy, if you were offered like 3,000 silver, would you tell the guards where Old Crowley was?
Probably not.
Okay.
Isla doesn't need too much money. He's learned the
Probably
secret to
wouldn't
a
even
happy
think
life.
about it.
So,
Every time we interact with Isla, it's like we have dragged this retired man out onto this adventure.
yeah, but
He's
Captain,
very retired.
it's all right because he
it's good
doesn't
for
have a
him.
family that'll miss him when things go wrong.
He's enjoying
good.
his twilight years, fishing calmly.
So, going into the basement. Relatively short ceiling. It's only about 6 feet off the ground here, so anyone who's higher than 6 feet is just going to hit the head and everything.
okay.
Okay.
That's
Ow.
me.
Yeah, I'm crouched a bit. I assume along with Mugak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder, you're fine. In fact, I don't think
Plenty
you
of room.
necessarily noticed the ceiling was shorter until you saw Mudgak hit his head on the first beam. Now, there's a lot of like tables and chairs down here that you probably have to move out of the way. And there is a bit of a scuffling around the back, and you are seeing little chocolate mouse gifts on the floor. So I guess, is there any particular way you guys want to prepare the space, or are you just going to move shit out of the way?
What's our plan? Are we assuming we're gonna have a violent confrontation with Solomon, or
Barely know who
preferably talk to him
Solomon is.
first?
All
Most
cards
Yeah.
on the table.
Isn't
I
it
mean-
weird that he said like he already have him sent like for 20 minutes from now? Like he seemed like he already talked with Solomon. But did I just get that vibe?
Like he can arrange a meeting, so they probably talk and do golf together. So they could
I
be
think,
acquaintances.
Yeah, because if you remember, I don't know if they're acquaintances, but like Solomon is the middleman, right? So and the clientele at this establishment, he probably does like gets a lot of his work or contracts here. So I'm assuming that's how he knows him. And the whole reason we'd set up the meeting is because we also know that Solomon's house is like under watch usually by his own men, and this is a way to get him alone.
So, again, missed out on a lot of crucial shit because of this investigation. I'm gonna need someone to tell me why exactly we need Solomon. Like, does he have info? Do we
Solomon
just
is
want
the
to whack him up?
guy that was questioning people before the girl was kidnapped.
Okay.
He was the one that he was like, I think he questioned everybody before she was kidnapped. So we need to know what his deal is.
Okay.
And there's no way to do that because the shop guy told us not only is he powerful, he also has a pet assassin. And his house is guarded and watched.
Freaky.
Well, there's a chance that I can force him to tell the truth.
Why don't you start with diplomacy if the guy's got a pet assassin?
I hope she doesn't come.
It's only a pet.
Be quiet, Diego.
Sorry. By
Diego,
the,
I'm
by
not
the
paying
way,
you
I'm
to
currently
talk.
stacking the chairs on the table. Is that what we want, or do we want the chairs under the
No!
table?
We want
Why
the
are
chairs
you
under the table.
poltergeisting the... Okay.
Well, because if you do that way, you've got a little bit more like walking room.
Let's just put the boxes and shit in the corner and like make a little area.
When you said boxes and shit, did you actually mean shit, or was that like a conversational flavor?
Getting a conversational flavor, but I will go get a broom.
Okay. I might need a bucket. I've been using my hands.
What is our
Sir.
like our speech here? Like, are we gonna try and hire him for something? Or are we just gonna go straight for it?
Are we looking for information on what's her face?
Like, that's all we're looking for.
Yeah.
So I guess we just start grilling him about it, and then if he
Yeah.
starts being suspicious, we break his knees.
You like hold up on that one.
Break his legs.
Break his legs. I
That's
feel
a
like
new crime.
if he did the job for money, like if he was hired to kidnap her for someone else, we'd probably just bribe him into telling us more.
Depends. Like, if it's a part of a whole
If
conspiracy.
it's a gang thing, then we don't know. We'll see. I think I don't know. Is
we
the
start
only
talking
entrance
to him about it.
to the
is the
basement, is it just that one door, Patmore?
Yeah. But
Okay, so
just a bit of reference. You don't enter the basement through the building. The entrance to the basement is like shutter doors on the back of the building. So you have to kind of walk around the outside of the building or use the back door of the building to access where the shutters are and then kind of walk down.
okay, well,
So
if one
it's
of us
more
is
like a cellar than a basement.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of us can be positioned at the doors for when we start the confrontation to like block his exit if he needs to.
A good idea.
Okay, I'll stand near the exit. I think I'm the biggest one here.
It's gonna be very intimidating, but you're kind of crouched, so.
Yeah, I know it's not gonna do the effect that we want. Yeah.
Diego
Gonna
will
look
say if
silly.
you want, he'll put a chair there so you can kind of sit down and be intimidating it in one of the old chairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try, but then like my knees are gonna be like I'm gonna
Yeah,
be crouched and
But
I'm
then if you
gonna
ever
look
need to fight him, you can
cool.
beat him to death with a chair.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
I read it in a book. It's cool.
Maybe we stop talking to Diego as much. Maybe that's a game
Yeah.
plan from now on.
But yeah,
I understand.
so posted up at the door.
Okay.
Who's gonna be
Who's
do the talking?
who's the talker? Probably is gonna have to be Garth, huh?
Diego,
Yeah.
I swear to the gods, Put your hand down.
There's no way
Why
he
must
was
we
about
be
to
so
volunteer.
mean?
There was no way he was about to volunteer to do the talking. There's literally no
I'm
way.
not so good with words.
I am
Same.
decent with them. Diego, what did you want? Did you have a question, or were you going to try and sabotage us?
I was offering to help. It's fine.
How
Unless you-
charismatic are you?
I'd like to think I'm very charismatic.
Oh, like not
Look,
the
You-
most.
you have seen his charisma in play.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Playing
how-
true to
You
life.
can be intimidating. How about that? You'll stand behind me and look scary.
I'm not good
Okay,
at
so
that. I kind of get nervous.
Garth you just have to like frown at him. It's usually how they do it. So Garth doing the talking, Lily assisting, Mugak stationed at the door looking intimidating. I guess I'll go stand by the door too, buddy system.
So, the problem is, I think a lot of frowning is in the eyebrows, and we don't get eyebrows.
Oh, that is rough.
Does anyone have any charcoal?
Diego, you're
I
a
have
dragon
some.
person. You look intimidating enough. Just don't talk.
I don't have charcoal. I do have eyeliner though, if you want that.
Okay, could you
No,
give me
don't.
angry
No,
eyebrows?
Don't
no.
put
It'll
eyeliner
look
on
weird.
him.
I can give you a sharp cat eye. Do you want that?
No.
No,
As
like
it has a
kind of
disguise kit.
like angry eyebrows, like sharp, like a 45-degree angle.
I'm not giving
No.
you 45-degree angle eyebrows.
Okay, but if this plan doesn't work, we're gonna know why.
Yep.
Okay, let's go back
Yep.
to the not talking to Diego as much plan.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay, so, so you guys want to do aside for what you've already organized, or are you guys set?
We're set.
Okay. So, 20 minutes on the dot will pass before you'd hear someone approaching. They sound like they're alone, but, maybe they're just a bunch of people walking exactly in unison.
Can never rule that out.
It's a perfect ruse murder.
Yeah, a marching band.
Well, also staying perfectly in a line, so if you're exactly straight on, seems like one person. But you'd hear them kind of walk up to the cellar door, and you'd hear a knock.
Maggie will go answer the door.
You would see a person standing out there alone, asking, if you guys are ready.
Absolutely. Come on in. Welcome.
Okay. No, they'll walk in. They do struggle a little bit with the height of the ceiling because they're kind of exactly the height you don't want to be.
Yeah, you don't really have to duck, but you're kind of just like leaning a little bit.
Like, they're definitely grazing their head all the time. But they'll join you in the cellar and they'll ask, I'll start by asking how all of you are. It's a start of a nice day.
Yeah. Very nice.
City treating you well?
Been treated
I've only
better.
been told I'm bad because I'm blue like once, so we're doing well.
That's surprising. I thought they'd go after you for the gills.
I don't have.
So this is
Anyway.
your meeting. Discuss.
Hold on, I gotta pull the name back up. What was the girl's name?
Salomon. Oh, the girl.
She's
I'm not
the
sure we
eldest.
have it.
She's the eldest. Sorry, she's the middle daughter of the Crest family.
Probably Alice or something.
Joke's on you. It was Laura.
Laura falls into the category of or something.
Yeah, no, it
So
does.
like many other groups, we are looking into the disappearance of Laura Crest.
I can save you some time. You might want to do other work.
Why is that?
Well, you're investing your time, your health, and your resources on this, and it's really not a good investment.
Why is that?
Well, you're wasting them.
Do you know what happened to her?
I have my own suspicions.
And
Are you
those
looking for her? Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
no, I was just gonna ask, and those suspicions.
I wouldn't want to start a rumor.
Well, no, I was saying they're more of an educated guess than a shot in the dark, right?
Oh, I like to think all my suspicions are educated guesses, not shots in the dark. But if they're right, it doesn't matter what they are, right?
Well, of course, it's just if they're educated guesses, that means that her disappearance and current whereabouts are in your field of expertise, whatever that may be.
Well, I like to think I know a little bit of everything that happens in this city.
I'm gonna kill him, Patmore. I'm gonna fucking. No, it's okay. I can keep it cool.
Well, we have a good reason to be here asking to you. Some folks said that you maybe had some sort of relationship with the girl, maybe even came about asking about her.
Well, I like
Not
to kind of know about everything that's happening in the city. I ask a lot of questions.
It's
Well,
a
I
little
would
weird
find it
that
extremely odd that you were asking about her a day before she disappeared.
Well, if anything, that's just unlucky on my part. Imagine asking about something and then the next day a tragedy happens about that. People are just going to suspect you for no reason.
Should I believe you?
I I would recommend that you should never trust anyone, but so just on the insight check, he hasn't firmly said anything yet.
yeah,
So you
no,
don't think he's lied to you at all, but he hasn't
He's
said
also
anything.
being evasive. Yeah.
Yeah,
so you're an inquisitive man, obviously.
I like to think so. Keeps the mind sharp.
Of course. Yeah, asking about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But if I had to wager an educated guess, which I don't often do,
I've heard that.
hmm, I'd say the interests that you like to stick to are mostly concerning this city. Fair
And her
statement?
waters, but yeah, mostly this city.
Okay. And you being as informed as you are and as clever as you are,
Thank you.
obviously means that your predisposition to snooping around about the girl is that it involves, in one way or another, this whole city, right? Like it's something bigger than a kidnapping.
Well, when the noble family of the city, loses a child, it affects all of us.
Obviously.
So, would you swear that you had nothing to do with her disappearance?
I don't like making commitments in general. That's something you need to know about me. But I would say that I have no more than the next man to do with what happened to her.
Would you swear on it?
I I would swear, whether or not I was in this city or not, what happened would have happened.
So you know what happened.
No, she went missing.
But you would swear that no matter what happened was gonna happen, which means you know what happened
Yeah,
and
she
who
went
did
missing.
it. Well, why was that inevitable?
There are some very disreputable people in this city.
Right.
Do you know who they are?
Other than
The ones who took.
yourself.
Well, I wouldn't want to accuse anyone of doing anything before I was 100% sure.
Meaning that you're, metaphorically speaking, sort of in bed with them.
I like to think I'm
A
in bed with
city.
everyone.
Well, yeah, of course. You ask
Best
a
place
lot
to
of
get to know
questions and
someone.
you ask a lot of questions and you sleep around. What a guy you are.
Yeah. You get me.
Are you being honest to us? Do you have any reason to lie?
I have many reasons to lie, but I think I've been fairly forthright today.
Would you mind if I check?
I think for the sake of all of us, you have to be very careful what you do next. But if you have faith that you're doing the right thing, you can try.
I don't want to force you on anything, but I could, by some means, expedite this conversation with some honesty.
If that's a path you want to go down, you can do it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Why?
Is he threatening us?
That and not unless he's very
In
bad
no
about it.
uncertain terms, fucking, he's saying if you do that, it's a fight and or an enemy.
Yeah.
Like that's
Okay, he's a crook, but that doesn't mean he's our guy. He has his secrets that he doesn't want to disclose to a bunch of fucking hobos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has his suspicions about who might have taken this. So even if he's not in a position to like confirm who they are, because he doesn't want to like get in trouble. Like that's the end of the thing.
Yeah.
So, but if we were to find out the names, we like won't drop his. Like we won't throw him under the bus. We could say that.
Yeah.
I have another thought on it too, because he's so sure of what happened and all. I mean, families searching for answers and paying for them.
I wish one of us had the $10.
Hasn't he been paid for giving the answers? I mean, or providing the answers to the family if he's so sure of what happened? He's a crook.
Well,
he wants money.
It-
I mean, maybe he got the money, more money from on different place.
Well, so I'm going to put it to him. There's a lot of money involved in knowing what happened to this girl. Why haven't you taken advantage of that?
I enjoy living.
So it's someone you're worried about.
There are safer ways of gaining money than dealing with that family.
Why
Do
the family? Wait.
Yeah. Have you ever been around nobility? I wouldn't recommend it.
Why is it specifically this family though?
Well, this might surprise you, but I don't actually consult with nobles that often. I'd just say, in
That
my
doesn't
experience,
surprise me.
I wouldn't make deals with that family.
Specifically that family or any noble family?
Well, both. But the second one would be an assumption.
So, not well liked around these parts, I assume? Not to start rumors, obviously.
I would say the existing rumor is that if you want to have legitimate power here, they are very well liked. But if you're just trying to be here and you're not going into politics, they are very unwell liked. But the people that openly don't like them do tend to disappear a little bit.
Now you're making this a little difficult on us because you're not really narrowing anything down.
I am narrowing as much as I can.
I know. Well, not as much as you can, as much as you feel safe to.
Oh, for your safety as well.
Okay.
Okay. Say we could guarantee your safety and our safety, and everyone walks away safe, and we're all happy about this. Hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking.
What would it take for us to step out of this little comfort zone and into something more direct?
Abjuration.
Like the School of Magic?
Yeah.
Like
Hold
the
on.
entire school, that's what
Hold
would
on.
No, just some specific bits. If you're any good at abjuring certain things, that would help. In general, though, not specifically soliciting any sort of action from you.
Son of a fucking bitch. I wish I
Is
knew what they
any-
did off the top of my head.
Um,
But abjuration is
It's like your
protection
protection
magic.
wards and such.
yeah, that's what abjuration is, protective spells.
Okay.
Um, hmm.
We talking non-detection? You want a ward? Want someone banished?
I can't be more specific for the sake of everyone's safety.
Okay. In a hypothetical scenario, I'm choosing my favorite school of magic. What's yours? Is it abjuration? In a hypothetical situation.
Hypothetically, I would say it is.
Mm-hmm. I personally a transmutation girl myself. Um,
I can tell.
what would you say? Yeah. What would you say your absolute favorite part of your favorite school of magic was? Hypothetically.
I like the freedom it can offer.
From observation?
Sometimes.
Freedom is a
Okay.
funny word to pick in this scenario.
Oh, it's a word I really like, though.
One of your favorites, then?
Oh, it's a dream.
I feel
Whose
like
freedom?
Well, I think
Okay,
everyone
so
should be
it's
free. But if
okay.
I had to start with someone, you always have to start at home, right?
That's fair. Can someone do like a magic sniff on him?
I can cast detect thoughts.
No,
I feel
like straight up detect magic if he has something on him that he wants dispelled or something.
I could, but I don't have it prepared. I would have to do a ritual, so I'm guessing that's a no. No go.
No, I don't.
And
Oh
I
yeah,
have
10
detect
minutes to spare.
thoughts.
Keep in mind, clerics can only ritually cast spells they've already prepared. Same with druids. Wizards are the only ones who can ritually cast non-prepared spells.
Yes.
I can ritually cast non-prepared spells too, because I am a College of Lore bard, but I don't have the spell needed. Unfortunately.
Okay. So my first thought is he's got something on him. That like either dispel magic or like non-detection would fix, or something like that. Because I doubt like what he's worried about is a fireball coming out from the sky that he needs to shield for.
Well, that's an always fear for everyone, right?
I mean, yeah, but that's like passively in the background.
Like the
Like one day the
average
sun will
fear is
explode.
just a meteorite hitting him at any second.
Fair enough. You gotta pick something.
Like, if that is the case, we're gonna have to come back here at level 5 because they're both level 3 spells.
I know.
Like I said, the only thing I have that's helpful right now is detect thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
feel
have
like
Stone
any
of Truth. That would
yeah,
be
but I
interesting.
feel like
I
any
don't think that'll-
intrusion on him, detect thought, zone of truth, whatever, is gonna end with this getting ugly.
Yeah. Or just locking this down and closing this avenue off.
Okay.
Look, I just want to be clear here. You had nothing to do with this, correct?
No more than,
Cunt.
you people.
Which is 0. Because we had nothing to do with her disappearance.
Yep.
Is he lying?
Roll insight.
God damn it.
Hard man to read. Maggie, you think he has not directly lied since he's entered the room?
Yeah.
He's
cool.
talked around it, but he's
There's so much. We're starting at the end of this trail instead of the beginning. Like he's
Yeah, we
in
are.
the fucking web of conspiracies that is this shitty little town, and we're just kind of starting at him without unraveling anything else. Okay, in character time.
I
So-
heard you lost a boat recently.
That wasn't in character.
No, no. I heard you lost a boat recently, Master Dwarf.
Fate really is a fickle mistress. What can I say?
Are you in the market for a new one?
Well, I was. It's just the price range is somewhere between free and being paid to take one.
Right.
That's the budget I'm working with.
Do you enjoy going down to the docks and looking at boats?
It sounds like a great time.
When I can help it.
There are some very nice boats in harbour currently. I'd recommend maybe going to look at some of them.
So you're a boat connoisseur as well?
Oh, I would love to have a boat.
Any
It all
recommendations?
comes back to freedom, right?
I wouldn't want to direct you anywhere specifically, but I guess what I would say is I wouldn't recommend visiting the Chameleon.
Well, thank you for telling us what to avoid.
Yes.
And we seem to have a lot in common here. We both like freedom, we both like boats.
Don't like elves.
Exactly. If
That was a joke.
we wanted
my best friend's an elf.
God, this guy's such a fucking politician. My skin is literally crawling, but whatever. Let's say I think we're both going to be busy for a little while. But let's say we wanted to set up a dinner date like this again and talk about our favorite schools of magic.
Yep.
Do you think
And
you can
boats.
pencil and boats? Do you think there's an easier way to pencil us in on that rather than going through like all the hoops we went through to arrange this one?
So yes, I am generally a fan of all the hoops because that's how you kind of pay for the economy. You know, you put a little bit of money here and there. It's kind of like the trickled up economics. But
That's not a school of economics.
if you don't want to support the the smaller businesses, you can just you just send me a letter when you get to town.
Okay.
I support the economy, but the box we gave Crowley was just awful.
Box.
How many terrible boxes does the economy need?
Terrible
A big
boxes.
silver coffin.
Okay.
That sounds evil.
I think on
Right?
that note, I think you're a busy man. We're pretty busy. I think that's kind of where we call this meeting.
I'd agree with that.
And hey, now you know about the box.
Why are we mentioning the box?
Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't know about that, but I'm gonna go and do something.
Okay, you can touch it. Sometimes there's a ghost, but he's fine.
Advice for everyone here: don't touch shit. He
You know
walks
what
away.
it is?
That's fair.
No, that was a sweeping statement. Don't touch shit.
Yeah. I haven't touched it. I like it. It's a good rule to live by.
And he's shuffling on out of here.
Yep. Just stab him in the back while he's not looking.
No.
I wish.
Sorry, I'll just blast him in the back while he's not looking.
Like,
Note to self: take detect magic, if I can.
that was
You should
not
be-
helpful at all. Like,
It was.
but
He
it
told
was.
us we got a name of a ship.
Yeah, no, but I would have preferred it that he was at fault so we could just kill him.
You could have killed him.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a bad sheep that we should not approach?
No,
think-
it's the next clue,
Mm-hmm.
which means we have
Uh,
to approach it.
Sometimes, my guy, bad is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't feel right, but okay.
You have to be a little bad.
You get used to it.
Ah, you're here. I keep forgetting.
That's rude.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't. He's been quiet this whole time.
He's a quiet man.
I'm not the
That's
face of
so-
this party.
I
That's
can
stoic
get
individual.
detect magic.
Yeah, in case you're an
I'm proud of
arcane
you,
dude.
Diego. Thank you.
What? Sorry, this is a really good book.
He's been reading this entire time.
Yeah.
What book is it?
It's like it's a book you give to someone when they've never been on a boat before, and it's like what do you do when the boat is sinking? Well, you do
A
this.
dummy's
It's like-
guide to boating.
Well, it's like the safety pamphlet for boats.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, a book is really misleading. Don't trust him on that word. He's talking. It's a pamphlet. Like it's only 10 pages.
And he's really immersed in it.
Yeah, his reading level is not high.
In that entire 20-minute long conversation to read a 10-page pamphlet
With pictures.
with pictures. Okay. All right. Time to go stare at boats
me.
again, Captain.
Are we sure we want to do this?
I mean, we could do other things, but
Like one noble girl, like plus or minus. The economy doesn't suffer from it.
true.
Lily is glaring at you.
It's
Oh,
objectively
come on.
true. They're nobles. They don't contribute things.
Exactly.
Look, by all accounts, she's not a bad person and didn't deserve this.
Well, sometimes things happen. Like sometimes you lose a boat after running it faithfully for years.
That was a very good example.
Is that Diego?
Yeah.
It's still a little fresh.
Like
Um,
like food.
Sometimes you're surrounded by traitors and ungrateful cowards, and bad things happen to you.
Diego's gonna look around the room. Gonna kind of slink towards the corner.
We're in the casino, right? Like the
Yeah,
gambling.
you're in
Yeah,
the cellar of the gambling den.
Would there be a job post like in the main ground of the casino? Kind of
Not
other
not
stuff.
in the casino itself, but not too far from where you are. There would be.
Okay. Well, if we don't want to check like on the boat, when we can check that out. Just taking.
okay.
Are we suddenly turning into monsters? What do you mean if we don't want to check on the boat?
I know.
There's a girl
was-
missing!
Yeah, I know. But
There's
Captain
lots of
wasn't
girls
too
missing.
convinced.
That doesn't
Just
make
in-
it better, Captain!
It doesn't make it worse either.
Well, in all fairness, it's something that we have to consider. This is this is a far-reaching, apparently a plot has to do with the underground in the city and the nobility in the city. We're going to be pissing someone off no matter which way we turn. So like if we get the girl, we piss off the underground. If we investigate and come up with nothing, we might piss off the nobility. Or if we get something, we might piss off the nobility. If they disappeared her for some reason, like whatever nobles fucking do, I don't know, and we turn that up, we're blacklisted. If we fuck over the wrong person in the underground, we're blacklisted or dead. Like, this is a conversation that we have to have. Is this girl in this boat worth it? Because it's not a small task, and there's going to be consequences regardless of how the task shakes out.
Garth raises his hand, immediately puts it down, like, no, she's not.
Hey, if
So,
would probably
it's the life of a
know if
person.
It's worth it.
This is a
saved
person we're
lives.
talking about here.
Yeah, we've saved
Not just
lives.
a nebulous concept of a noble. Yes, we've saved lives. Now we have the opportunity to save another one. We have our next lead. What are we to? How are we to just manage turning our back on it? Because it might pose a slight inconvenience to our day-to-day lives.
Well, it's not a slight inconvenience. It's risking everything and being stabbed on all sides. Whatever this girl is.
We've already been in that situation.
No,
We were in
it's
that
a little
situation down in the basement.
Okay.
In
It's a little different when
How?
it's bandits and when it's an intricate power struggle in a city.
I'm just going to put it out there. This girl's situation is quite similar to mine before I ran away. I don't want to leave her helpless.
Condolences.
Okay, then let's go to the harbor. I mean,
All
we
right.
can boat it.
Okay.
Like hands up, hands down.
Going for lunch first or going to the harbour immediately?
Get a drink. Go to the harbor.
Show up there drunk.
I'll put it right in.
If you
No,
want really
we said-
expensive shit drinks, there's a gambling down above you.
That's true.
But if you
But no, I
just
think
if you just want to
facial.
go to the harbour, you can.
Yeah.
Well, so I would like to see if we can catch any rumors about this chameleon ship or learn
Well,
anything about it.
how... Kat, you're the rogue here, right?
Unfortunately.
Last time she checked.
Roll roll an investigation check for me, Kat.
Okay. Can I steal advantage from someone, or is this just like a passive thing I'm doing?
You're passively doing it. This is just you picking up rumors while you've been in town.
Okay. Do you want a separate one? Because Angel wants rumors about the ship. I want rumors about the noble family.
You can just roll twice.
Okay. Nice.
Well, one of those is fucking set.
Yeah.
So, Kat, because you didn't dictate, I'm going to give you a moment to consider which one do you want to be which.
I do want the crit on the noble family because I don't want to get in bed with them without like knowing the fleas.
And, Kat, to be fair, you're not related to them, so they might not invite you into bed.
That's true. The nobles are very picky about their bedfellows.
Yeah. So, we'll start with the boat. The Chameleon is one of 2 ships here from Madrigal.
Ugh.
Gross.
Fucking of course. Why not, right?
For context, Madrigal is fantasy Germany, circa 1920 to 30.
Great.
It's the smaller of the 2 ships.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other ship, the larger of the 2, is called the Democles.
No.
Great.
Great.
They named it because it's big. They didn't name it because it was... It's okay. It's just a big boat.
Right.
Going to the
Right.
harbour, both of them do stick out like sore thumbs because they're more ironclad than wooden pirate ship. The Chameleon is much, much smaller. It's among the smaller of the ships in the harbour. It is, aside from one bit near the middle, it is mostly tubular with a flat surface at the top.
Okay.
Sorry, Kat?
And is that it?
Just to clarify, it's not like submarine shaped, is it?
Um,
Because you've said a tube with a flat top and it's
it
iron.
is vaguely tubular and has a flat top. Whether or not it is a submarine, who knows? At least not in the modern connotation of what a submarine is. It's
Yeah.
certainly not going like,
Well, yeah, like a proto submarine.
Yeah, like it might be a proto submarine, but who knows? You could roll sea vehicles with intelligence to know stuff about boats. If anyone's
Sure.
proficient in sea
Wait.
vehicles.
Wait, shit, I actually have that. Patmore, I have that.
Well, do
Like
it.
same here.
Sea vehicles, intelligence, you said? Same roll. Same.
Okay. So, it would be a Gesundeboat, not a submarine.
Gesundheit.
The difference is it can submerge, but it can only submerge up to the depth of its own snorkel.
Okay.
So don't think like, hundreds of feet underwater. Think more like maybe 30 feet at most.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's only under like perfect conditions. Like if it's like stormy and stuff, it has to be much, much closer to the surface.
Aside from like the physical characteristics of the ship, is there anything else that sticks out on the rumor mill? Like the crew doing anything, literally anything actually important?
So In general, just on the sea vehicle stuff. The reason there is magical stuff here, and it doesn't stand out too much that there's magical stuff here because it's kind of historic that they have stuff down here, as they have supply lines in this area, and there's a lot of piracy in this area. Just look at most of the party. So generally they do kind of keep some sort of presence down here because not a huge percent, but a very small percentage of their economy is on trade that goes through this area. So that doesn't stick out as strange. It does stick out strange that they have 2 ships here. Normally it's only really 1. And there have been rumors about the Chameleon just disappearing at night and then being back there come morning. So it seems that they're probably doing shit with their boat. The Damocles though, it's here for like a few days at a time. That's not here for like weeks at a time, as it's like actually out there in the supply routes. Doing anti-piracy stuff.
Okay.
It's not much, but it's something.
If you have more specific
something.
questions, I can give you more specific answers. But that was just general overview.
Okay.
Like, I think the
Has-
problem is that we don't.
So do you?
Has the activity changed since the lower crest thing happened? Like the activity of the chameleon, like has been in Dockmore or out of Dockmore?
It's as outside of the rumor of it heading out at night and then coming back in come morning. It hasn't left here, but the Damocles hasn't left harbour since the crest thing happened.
Okay.
Wonder if they're holding her hostage.
Fuck it if the Madrigalian government is holding her hostage. And like
We're walking away if this becomes literally an international incident.
Okay, if I can get into the water, I can talk to the animals around here and see what they know. If they remember hearing any screams. Wait, does a seagull have a swim speed?
I don't
like
think
the
so.
bird.
I
I've
mean-
seen that, but they can dive, can't they?
Yeah. I've seen them do it. They're awful.
Yeah, they're the little cretins.
I really don't like how the word seagull is spelled.
Yeah. You gonna ask the seagulls if they've like seen anyone keel hauled lately, or like are we asking the seagulls to eavesdrop?
Like
all of the above?
it's unlikely.
If she's been keel hauled, the mystery is solved.
Right, but look, I have the ability to do this.
So
Why not try?
I'm not saying don't try. I'm saying if she's been keel hauled, I don't really want to know further because I don't want to get keel hauled.
it's
Diego
unlikely
Eliza
that she
Hound.
was just killed.
Yes,
No.
Diego.
What is keelhold?
I tie you to a rope and I drive my boat over you. And let the barnacles on the bottom of the ship have their way.
What if you offer to split the difference and just offer to clean the barnacles instead?
So
We're not
out of-
talking to him.
out of character, I can't find an official stat block for seagull, but according to an article about seagulls, seagulls can swim and hold their breath underwater for a couple of minutes at a time.
So can I. They're not special.
Can you do it for a few minutes?
Murder, for Christ's sake.
I can hold it for a minute. Also, what's up, Angel? Are you the Seagull Defense Committee?
And so I do actually have a stat block for a seagull. They do have a swim speed of 10.
All right.
That
Not
makes
a lot.
sense.
They have 3 hit points, which is really I disagree with. I think they should have 1, but yeah, we can agree to disagree. So,
I would comprehend languages work on seagulls?
no, they don't have a language.
No.
I don't
can
have
peck
speak
you.
animals in this campaign, and that hurts me.
I can talk to animals.
Captain does.
He can
Like-
because he was a bear for a year.
I will use
He had a gap
my
year as a bear.
emissary of the sea ability to ask a couple seagulls if they would mind talking to me and my friends. There's food involved.
Payment up front.
Yeah, seagulls are
I
bastards.
pull out a cracker, break it in half, and hand it and offer it to both
More.
of them. Keep your.
What?
This is the down payment.
More up front.
Fine, another cracker.
A little bit more.
One more cracker, and if you don't start talking,
Don't let them upsell you.
I don't have anything against them.
I
But-
do.
Anyway, are they gonna start talking?
That's
What
not
do you wanna
how
know?
bartering works.
We want to know about those 2 ships over there.
I pooped on them.
They probably deserved it.
You all deserve it.
I just fed you 3 crackers and
Yeah.
didn't shoo you away.
Because you want something. You always want something.
These birds have been hurt.
They're just assholes.
Yeah, they are. Patmore hates it when we use this sort of ability.
No. Hang on. No. I don't hate it. It's just you always use it with the expectation that you're talking to something that is reasonable. Trust me, seagulls are not reasonable.
Oh,
You
no, I
have
find
an
this
easier
hilarious.
time calling up a feed and asking, hey, can I have a favor for free?
Okay. Look. We just want to know if in the last week or so, if you can remember that far,
I remember a lot
you've
of
seen-
things.
if you've seen somebody be forcibly dragged onto that boat, and then maybe keel hauled.
I
later
may
on.
have
What do you want?
more food.
No, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna level with you, Birdie. I'm going to eat you if you don't if you don't cough up what we've already paid for, and then you'll be paid in full after you do it.
Bribe them.
This is almost a win-win for you unless you screw it up so badly that I eat you.
Bribe them with a loaf of rye bread.
We already did. They've been bribed.
Only with crackers.
I'm
gonna go find a loaf of- Rye bread.
I like.
Oh,
this
no.
next door.
I'm good at it. It's just I'm not lucky with it. Just flat, right?
Nah, they think you're gonna do it. You have advantage.
They can see it in my eye.
You have those crazy eyes.
Yeah.
The captain would do it though, like just out of spite.
They've heard tales about you.
The snakes.
17.
I mean, they're birds. They're not very wise.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately up to him. I'm just telling him the numbers.
Yeah.
Like they've seen somebody.
Yeah.
Like actually.
Like, they could be lying. They're
was-
birds. I wouldn't trust them, but he's saying he saw something.
Okay.
What did they look like?
They're pale.
He probably doesn't even have the same color spectrum as we do.
Well,
And they were
were they
wearing fabric.
Okay.
shaped like I point at Fogwell? Were they shaped like him? Or were they
Yes.
shaped like her?
Yes.
God.
Okay.
Can
The
we search
people-
for another animal?
No, hold on. The
No, this is
people
how every animal
dragging-
conversation goes.
The people dragging the
Batmore.
person, they were shaped like Fogwell, but the person being dragged, it was a little more like. You pointed at Maggie, right, Angel?
Yeah.
Was a little bit
Yeah.
more like her. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I'm inciting him to see, not because I think he's lying, because I think he's too stupid to comprehend what I'm asking him.
Oh,
Okay,
I fail
so-
because I'm so frustrated.
I want to say for the record, super low intelligence, like intelligence 2, but wisdom 10.
Ah,
Birds are inherently intelligent compared to some other animals out there.
I
Now,
did get a 5, so
you know, they don't have the greatest eyes, so there's a large margin of error in this.
no. Seagulls have great eyesight.
No, like they have great vision, but not they don't have the
Yeah, no, okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, well,
I've
to be
ridiculous.
fair, Maggie would be like 2 heads shorter than the the Laura because Maggie's a halfling,
Maggie's a halfling?
Maggie said, "What?
She's a halfling.
aren't you? I thought we were both.
Oh,
Oh,
no, I'm just a short human."
damn. In my head, you were the halfling this whole time.
To be fair,
No, like
he rolled a
I'm
really low
5'2", but this is the best thing the captain's ever done.
Hey,
Really, I thought you were halfling the whole time. That's why I hired you.
yeah, no, that's why you were second in command. But no,
Weirdly
you
tall
betrayed
for a
me.
halfling, but I thought you were a halfling.
Look, halflings can have gigantism.
I'm half halfling on my mother's side.
Does it make you a
Okay.
quarterling?
Yeah, that's what
Anyway.
Okay. So there was somebody on that ship. You didn't see them get thrown out or killed or anything like that.
Not that one, no.
Okay. They've
Were
been
they
killing
taken to the
people.
big ship or the one that swims
Oh, ship
At-
swim.
underwater?
Oh,
Underwater.
He just fucking.
That'll let me
Just
finish my
Google it.
communication,
What are you
bird.
expecting?
Little one.
Okay, cool.
They took them to the little one.
Those ones to the little one.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on. They took the person being dragged onto a ship onto the small one, not the big one.
Those ones, yes.
I look at the captain like, I'm so sorry. I'll pick something. Anyway,
What?
I'll talk to you. I'll explain later. Just continue.
Okay. So the person that looks maybe like Maggie, but you're a bird, so we wouldn't know the specifics, was
I'm a
dragged
bird.
onto the. You're a you and I'm a me. A
Mm,
you is considered a. Okay.
mm.
I'm glad that makes sense to him. Was on the smaller ship, and they haven't. They've just been put there. They haven't been out at all. They've, as far as you know, they've.
Well,
They're.
that boat keeps leaving, so I don't know.
Okay. See where the sun's at now?
Yeah.
Where's the sun at usually when they leave?
It gets eaten by the clouds.
Like fully? But
Yeah.
it's
and then
not
the new
inside
one
at all.
comes.
Watching this seagull explain daybreak
I-
is okay. So roughly speaking, I can infer that this is like 11 to like 3 because it's total darkness as far as this bird's concerned, right, Patmore? Okay. We can't get a day out of it, but at least we know when to stake it out. Because it's a bird, it doesn't have a fucking calendar. That's why we can't get a day out of it.
That's fine. I think we got as much as we're gonna get out of it.
All right, You did good.
The rest of payment.
Now we give him the rye bread.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna toss the rye bread into the water and watch all of the seagulls go nuts.
As they dive in after the rye bread, they will say they'll remember this.
Pleasure doing business with you.
All right.
Then why didn't you play the god card like this with the snakes?
Here's a point, matter. Why didn't you play the god card?
Seagulls are far more suspicious than snakes.
Also notoriously atheist.
That is true.
All godless creatures is what I describe them as.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anti-theist, actually.
Never met a god they didn't want to fight.
You don't play the god card on every animal. That would get you killed. I've learned this in my 1 year as a bear.
His gap year as a bear. Okay.
that might be an interesting story.
Okay.
Now that we've done that, Patmore, you owe me a crit's worth of information about the Crest family
One
eventually.
moment. Diego will raise his hand and has a question for the captain.
Okay, you get one.
Is that why you're so hairy?
No.
That is rude.
That's the one you spend it on? You had one and that's how you spent it?
He's a very hairy man. I assumed it's because he was a bear.
I turned back from being a bear. I'm not currently a bear.
Are you sure it went all the way?
Yes,
No.
because I feel like I'd get a little bit taller if I was halfway bear.
Maybe you're a small bear.
I'm a small... Okay, we're not talking to you again.
Actually, just to
Back
negotiate
in
the
the corner,
contract for a
Diego.
moment, the thing you brought me here for, you guys haven't done. Am I stuck here or am I free?
You're stuck here forever.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember when we or where we picked up Diego.
He was in the manor. He was working with the smugglers, and you guys captured him and it more or less enslaved him with the idea that he was going to help you take down the slaver ship. And then you guys took a left, and you guys still have Diego.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, he's a forever servant.
We're still kind of in time to go presence that, I think.
I don't think we are.
No, I think the guard took care of it at this point because we did just completely tell them everything. The guard military, same thing.
Okay. Can we free the Dragonborn then?
No.
Why not?
Oh, okay.
How am I going to start a crew without people in the crew?
I mean, he did kidnap people.
You don't want him to talk. Why would you want him in the crew?
Maggie, I don't ask the floor sweeper questions.
I mean, that's true, and last time we had a mutiny about it.
He seems pretty non-mutinous. Also, the last floor sweeper had way too many opinions.
Yeah, no, that was true.
I want to
He
say
thought he
canonically, Diego is not a good floor sweeper. You've already seen him try to clean the cellar.
That's true. He did try to do that with his hands.
He was not raised in a broom household.
I don't know what kind of household was Diego raised.
A pit.
Definitely.
dark
Do you
pit.
want to leave, Diego? Or do you want to hang out with us?
I want to be paid.
Oh,
You
You'll
haven't
get paid.
done anything.
He's
You're
helped
getting
us with the.
paid?
Yes, he's getting paid. Give him 3 silver.
You give him 3 silver.
I pull 3 silver out of the party funds.
27 copper.
Sure.
That's less
Deal.
than 3
You
silver.
shush! Shut up! Drive a hard bargain, Diego. But I'm willing to concede.
Okay.
This is why he'll make an excellent crewmate.
No,
I'm
it's
starting to
more,
come
there's
around.
more of them.
Excellent crewmate.
I look
Just a
forward to
super
working
heavy
with
sigh.
you, Diego.
And it's the same color as his scales, so they're matching.
What a
Nothing but
fucking
respect
idiot.
for my new
Wow.
crewmate.
He understands fashion. Truly,
Yeah.
he's one of us.
Okay. What do we want to do? Do we want to
So I
like?
have exposition
What?
with Cat. I think we'll take our 5-minute break first though, because we're kind of approaching that time.
Okay.
Okay. Might
Oh yeah,
be
no, cat
Like,
exposition.
cat, yeah. Well, if
Cat's
you want, you can just
position?
DM me whatever I need to know. I'll
Cool.
share it as I see fit.
I'm gonna make coffee though, otherwise I'm just gonna throw a trash for
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, I might be a little bit longer because I need to actually heat the water for my tea.
No, just have cold tea.
Ew. Gross.
Just eat the
I
tea
like
bag.
to, I will drink cold tea, but it has to have at some point been warm tea first.
No, just like, get one of those like 2 liter bottles of like the brown cold tea the Japanese drink.
There you go. Maybe later.
Cool.
Do you not have iced tea
But
in
that's what they call
Australia?
it, right? Like, doesn't have like a specific name, like when they have it in like like the large 2 liter bottles.
I don't know. We have like 2 liter bottles of iced tea here.
I guess maybe it's iced tea. I've never heard them call it that, but maybe I'm just uncultured, which is also fairly possible.
All right. I'll be right back. I need to get a
Good
snack.
luck, Murder.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Welcome back.
I'm back as well.
And welcome back to you too.
Thanks, Murder.
No problem. Always happy to be the welcoming mat.
How are we doing?
Pretty
Everything
good.
okay?
Checking out.
Cool.
Decent.
Is anyone not here yet?
Cat is still not here.
She did say it would take her a little
Yeah.
bit longer.
I know. I just took longer than normal, and I thought maybe there's a chance you got back before I did. Okay, so Murder, what's your current plan?
Wait for the exposition to see if these fucking noblemen are super evil. Decide if we're just gonna leave or not, and then probably do the actual plan.
Alex. Oh, sorry, Murder. Sorry, that that was a very Alex thing to say. So sorry, Murder. Um, their nobility that they are able. How do you think they got
There's
that position?
degrees of it. There's degrees of it.
Well, okay, so they're old nobility.
I
Does
could
that?
just well, no, that means that their ancestors could have done the actual horrible stuff, and they're just kind of like a little entitled.
No, their ancestor was great. The problem is they're not.
Now, again, we'll see how this plays out. Welcome back, Cat.
Like, 'cause the idea of like earned nobility isn't necessarily a bad idea. The inherited nobility is where the wheels fall off. But what can you do? Cat.
Well, turn this entire city into communism, obviously.
Be careful, Moto. The goats are listening to you.
The goats are renowned communists.
Damn, he's right. Cat. Oh, you have a new thing on your sheet. I've added just a knowledge you have is crust rumors.
Oh, cool.
So for the nat 20, I'm not going to give you a 20-minute talk about what you know. If you have questions, I'll give you the answers.
Okay.
From a rumor standpoint, so there is the grain of like none of it could be true. It could entirely be rumors, but who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, even weird rumors spread for a reason, so
Yeah, because
good
their family
information
has
to have.
enemies.
Yeah. And then who benefits from a rumor? It's also good.
So,
Like-
my question to you, Kat, is what questions do you have?
I had a coughing fit, is what I had.
Well, you're not allowed to have those anymore. You're better.
Yeah, no, I'm better. We have decreed it so. So, and on the enemies of the Crest family front, is there anyone what are the groups that stand out who would benefit from disappearing a daughter?
Well, the biggest enemy of the Crust family would be the Crust family.
Yep.
I knew it.
It's all lining up now.
Selwyn phases into the room.
But
I smell the conspiracy.
the Lord of Seaton doesn't like them.
Good place to start. Yeah.
Yep. So the Cross family, they're generally not liked by other nobility, but they generally have strong ties to the Casaneto Navy.
Casaneto Navy.
Yeah, that's where their
Okay.
nobility originally came from. They had a very famous admiral like 5 generations ago. Back when people
Okay.
were actually worried about the Casaneto Navy.
It's a
Are
bit
there
like the
any
Spanish Armada.
rumors going around specifically about Laura?
Well, see, the mistake Laura made was that she was a nice person and people liked her.
Fatal mistake in nobility. Fatal mistake. Probably actually fatal.
Like, she got along with the communities here. She actually tried to help them.
Question then.
Yeah.
Like, just to cut to the core of this, like what might have gotten her killed. Any broad sweeping declarations that Laura has made about changing anything that could be interpreted as the status quo recently?
Not publicly, but there are rumors that among her non-noble colleagues, she has that opinion.
Come on, Laura. Fucking amateur hour over here.
Yeah, it's almost as if she's a young noble.
Isn't she like
Not a lot of-
17?
She's 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the time of your life where you make
She is
stupid
the
fucking
baby.
idealistic statements.
It's all that dwarven partying that she's been doing. Yeah, not good for.
I don't.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I
don't
know
think
this is
a
Cat.
storm-
This is Cat's like rumor mill, but Cat, do you have more questions?
Individuals in the Crest family aside from Laura, like parents,
There's about 40
other
of them.
siblings. Yeah,
List them all in order of importance.
I was thinking more like direct family currently. If it's her like 18th cousin twice removed, I'm like, cool, nobility.
So she has 7 siblings.
Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ, get a hobby.
They do have a hobby. It's making siblings.
No, they're making
How many
children.
siblings?
She has 7 siblings.
I guess they
So
like
8
each other,
kids.
or her mother likes someone.
Oh, well, according to the rumor mill,
Why
they
not
don't
both?
all have the same mother.
But they all have the same father.
Yeah. Otherwise, they wouldn't be siblings.
I mean, it could go both ways. Like, they could have the same mother and different
Yeah,
fathers, which was
not
what I was
necessarily.
implying. Which was I was implying.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
imply that, but that might get someone killed.
How many wives has this guy had?
Only one.
Oh, so they're bastards.
Well, no, they're officially recognized as their real mother.
They're still
It's like
bastards.
No. The He was doing it, all in the name of state. It's fine.
What?
Well, they were all like, is out on military campaign or whatever, and every now and again, just here's a new one.
Yeah, just pop the kid out. Okay. What's going off what we know now? Who's most like, if it's not the actual Crest family, who's most in bed with like the Madrigalians in this city? Just like favor wise, like who favors them in policies and shit like the most?
So I will say, the
Yep.
actual navy here and the lord here are not fans of the Madrigal being here. If it was up to them, they wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
But essentially, a little while ago, like maybe 30 years ago, there was a minor conflict between Casaneto and Madrigal, because Madrigal wanted to be able to control these waters because Casaneto wasn't doing a good enough job. Madrigal beat the shit out of Casaneto, and it ended with like the truce being, "Hey, you keep running your own shit, but you can't tell us where we can't put our boats."
Weak.
Yeah, Castanedo is,
Okay.
I'd call it a fallen empire. It has passed its peak and it's slowly declining. Unless it hits another strive of power, it's not going to be here in 2 generations.
So I don't know what you'd call him. I'm gonna call him the mayor. He's most definitely not
He's
the
a duke.
mayor. The Duke of this city, not a fan. The actual military, not a fan.
Yeah, if it was up to the duke and the military, they would sink those 2 Madrigalan ships immediately.
Right. But I was asking like among there's not really political parties, so I don't know how to phrase this. Among like groups of interest, do any of them actually like the Madrigalians? So nobility, like rich people, etc.
There's some nobility that like them mostly because they have family ties back in Madrigal. And the merchant kind of class generally have fond connection with Madrigal because there's a lot of revenue that comes from trading with Madrigal.
No shit.
Yeah, shit.
Uh, so is the Crest family among pro or anti Madrigal?
Publicly neutral. Privately, lots of dealings.
So they could have just been sick of her and given her over to them.
Be a hell of a favor.
Yeah, but Madrigalians are very keen to grant big favors just for the payout later. Because you're slime.
Just from the perspective of like the Duke and the Navy, would a kidnapped noble daughter create enough strife to throw the Madrigal ships out of the harbor on a more permanent basis?
Well, now that's an interesting question.
Like, no,
the
go ahead. Sorry.
the Crest family is on paper important enough that if a foreign country like Madrigal actively kidnapped or assassinated a member of that noble family, that would be enough to justify the without waiting for the king's answer on it. It would be enough for the Duke to justify an attack on the ships here, in theory.
Mm-hmm.
But why
In
would the
theory.
Madrigalians This is just a conjecture question. Why would the Madrigalians go along with that if they like the arrangement that they currently have?
I asked that as more of a card in our back pocket than a theory about why Madrigal was doing that.
Like, I don't think, like a lot of reasons, it could not go back all the way back to like the actual president of Madrigal. It could just be the captain here. It's like, yeah, I'll take a bit of money to kidnap your daughter. Why not? Because again, they're human slime.
I will say there are Madrigalians that are also not happy with the way that the truce was established because some of them were of the opinion they could just take over Castanetto. They wouldn't need this like weird white peace sort of thing.
Like that's another thing. Like they might, if this does go back further up the ladder, they might just literally be engineering an incident so they can manifest destiny on this place. Because they could, because this place sucks.
But why would they want to?
Trading spot.
That's true.
And also, they're very petty people. Like her direct family is still the only suspect we have.
Yeah.
Would they have would they have a reason to go along with this scheme?
A few, yeah.
Well, if they were in bed with Madrigalians, they could be being paid by Madrigal to manifest destiny.
Like,
and they just decided to sacrifice their least favorite daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to be good for something.
They have 8
I
kids.
know. So this is more for like why they pick her. Is she the lady's daughter, or is she one of the extramarital kids?
The you don't necessarily know, but the way it works, as far as you understand, the moment the kid, regardless of who the mother is brought into the house, it is the mother's daughter.
Not every woman would care.
Well,
I'd
like,
go so far as to say most women would be quite resentful of having to raise the affair baby.
Yeah, but
they're nobles.
Yeah, as the society they're in is structured, it's not really up to them.
Like,
I get that, but what I'm getting at is why was Laura picked?
Because she's the budding revolutionary in the family. She's nice to people. She has the people's ear. She's willing to agitate in favor of the people. Like,
Is she
she's
the
the budding
only one?
revolution. She's the one stirring. Like,
Yeah.
she's the one stirring.
All the
So
others are just really happy to inherit the noble title and retire.
Would have been like a coin flip before, but Laura fucking volunteered herself.
Opened her mouth. So she got picked for being too well liked and too engaged and too revolutionary. If for a very small portion of that word, because she's just rocking the boat. She's a 19-year-old noble. She's like, there's only so much that can be accomplished. So she was the one that looked like she might be trouble later on. They sell her down the river in a bid to get Madrigal involved in territory war in the Saltmarsh region, expand that into the entirety of Casentino, and suddenly Madrigal's interest in the Crest family makes sense because bing bang boom, you've got a tributary state again.
Yeah, like the Crest family could easily just take over where everyone that doesn't like them fails because they get killed by guns.
Yeah, and you were just a noble before, but now for service to the motherland, you're now a duke. And all it cost you was a daughter, so like that's a steal for the right person.
I'll also
Like-
throw it in there with the 17th you rolled earlier. If you want more context from the magical side of it, some of the officers from the Damocles do frequent establishments like eateries and like inns on the harbour. The people on the Chameleon don't really leave their ship, but the people on the Damocles do.
Makes sense.
So how does this all tie into the Brotherhood that came up when we were investigating then?
But like,
I don't know, I missed that
wasn't it
part.
just that she was kidnapped by a brotherhood of something? It could have just been a flat out lie, or it could have just been a local insurgency that they're building up between the Crest family and the Madrigalian forces that they call the Brotherhood of whatever the fuck.
All the middlemen.
Yeah. Madrigalians have
Or a
money. They
scapegoat.
could any of those things. They're not important. They're clearly like, first of all, she's not being held in any big old Brotherhood HQ. She's on the little spy ship. God, this is fuck you, Patmore.
I agree.
How political.
Actually, no.
Listen.
This is
Mhm.
no, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no. This is pretty typical Patmore behavior, is what I
Yeah.
was gonna say.
Yeah. You
And
find
Did you
then
have
one
to throw an
string.
international? Did you have to throw an international conspiracy at us at level 3?
You guys made
She
the
did that
conspiracy,
before.
okay? I haven't confirmed or denied anything. Maybe
I
she was
think
thrown
it's
away because
good
she liked
though.
someone.
Yeah, that's an option. But if you haven't done that, I think you should because I like what we've cooked up here. You can have it.
Well, you're my
Like,
writing team.
Like it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
the top of the shelf literal national conspiracy. That's the most romantic one in
Yeah.
the other sense of the word.
Capital
But there's
R, romantic.
like it, but there's other reasons why that particular Madrigalian ship could just have a side hustle of keeping her hostage.
Yeah, they could just be slave traders
You could
on
always
the
just go
side.
and ask.
Yeah,
knock, knock.
we could.
Hey,
No.
do you have Lara in there?
Well, I don't mean ask
Laura.
the member of the Chameleon. You know, find someone from the Damocles, or find the Duke of this city.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just
We could try and like grab one of them when they're drunk. Maybe.
yeah, this is kind of like the threshold though of it, in
Yep.
which
But I don't
hey,
understand though. They're offering a pretty significant reward for information about her being missing.
Well,
so
the
they
yeah.
thing
can
is, state.
disappear people that are onto their trail. It's why Solomon does not want to get involved.
Yeah.
What if we go ahead and just say that she's there and claim the reward?
We'll
Well,
get
they'll
Well,
killed
kill
then
us.
probably.
they'll know we know she's there, and that's just a team of adventures that they have to take care of. It's like, thanks. Now here's a job to go slay some goblins, assassins.
Not even that. They invite us in to thank us, and then their fucking hit squad just shoots us in the
Yeah,
back of the
and
head.
inevitably we take the food from them because we never remember to check for poisons, and then the prize, arsenic.
Like their nobles were nobodies. They have so many ways to just have us killed. They
Yeah.
could shoot us in the head in broad daylight, and they could get away scot free.
But wouldn't that confirm the theory?
Our theory, yeah, but nobody knows our theory. It's not widespread or anything. Or if it
And we'd
is,
be
nobody
dead.
like. Or if it is, if this is like where the people that are in the know are at as well, they don't care to do anything about it. They're just kind of like shifting their allegiances.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're playing politics now.
If this is like being solved, it'll just be us solo solving it. And that involves us not being killed.
Yeah, because we can't go to the Crest family, obviously, because they'll most likely have us, if they're behind it, they'll probably have us killed or try to. I don't know. I have middling faith in our ability to survive.
I have infinite faith.
And we can't go to the Duke because if that is the plan, then that would just be falling for it and immediately spinning it out into a major incident. We can't really go to the criminal underbelly because Solomon made it clear that no one else wants to get disappeared for this. The guard's useless.
Yeah. Like,
There's a group
even
you
if
haven't
we
named yet.
Sorry?
Like you guys are going through all the people you cannot talk to. Like there are independent ships here.
That's true.
Like, yeah,
Having
but Sorry.
having been pirates, how do pirates feel about the Madrigal Cassantina situation? They fucking hate it.
They
I
hate
feel like they
it
would.
because all of a
Yeah.
sudden the waters are not like easy pickings.
Yeah, I feel like they would fucking hate it. So like that's an option if we want to tap in on the pirate connection.
Yeah, okay. My problem is with that, and I don't want to be a downer or anything. It's just if we save her, let's say we do that. Let's say that's the beginning of this conversation.
Yep.
If we save her, we end up hilariously sinking both of their ships because we get into a lot of trouble.
Yes.
And we blow this hole right open. I think the Madrigalians still get their incident to just go in on.
Yeah.
And we
I
just
think
leave
so.
before that happens.
Well, we could just leave now. We're not getting paid for saving her. The family allegedly doesn't want her to be saved. They want to know the people that are after her so they can kill them. We could just go back to killing
Okay.
Boblins the Goblins.
Question.
I miss Boblins.
How many of those, like, everybody's been talking about how, oh yeah, like a bunch of people have come before you. How many of those people have disappeared? Never to be seen again.
Ooh. I mean, allegedly, it was like 5 people a day that went about asking.
We cannot be the only ones who have stumbled upon this possibility. It is improbable.
Well,
There
like-
is I need an investigation check probably from Cat to know the answer to that question.
Like, we're definitely not, because obviously Solomon has. It's just, I think
I
most
mean-
of the others don't
Oh
care.
Christ.
Wow.
The shopkeepers
Oh,
told
fucking
us
no.
Can I
lots
look
of
know?
people were asking around.
Sure, roll
Oh
investigation.
yeah, Ilith would be able to tap connections there. Like,
Come on,
well,
criminal
John
boss
down the
Isla.
street looked at it, and John's dead now.
Well, if we're looking for a head count, that shouldn't be a high roll. Of just people that
Disappeared
have
or
left.
has shown up dead.
So I will
basically.
say, where it can be hard to know the answer is a lot of the people who've been investigating are the adventurer types who aren't local. So it's hard to tell if they've disappeared or if they're doing a job or, whatever.
Yeah.
Or if they've just been, like, intimidated out of doing the job. But, Emmy, based on your role, most people have kind of either given up on it, left, or disappeared. But there is there's a group that's still doing it.
And they're in town now?
Yeah.
Might be worth a shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it wouldn't
maybe we
be.
can compare notes.
I don't know
be
if
the
we wanna
worst
I mean, at the bare
idea.
minimum, before dropping it, we could just give them the information we have.
Right, like, okay. That was a tone I did not intend. Sorry. Um, the the problem I keep hitting my head against here is, even if we're big damn heroes, this has to end in a very specific way for Madrigal to not still have its trigger to just invade, because it still has the military power to steamroll this place.
Yeah.
Which is the problem. Getting Laura back is kind of the problem, but not.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, but
I mean,
and I don't disagree with anything that's been said, but if they have her, why haven't they already used her? They've had
They
her for
are.
a week.
Yeah, no, they're probably just wait. If she's still alive, hypothetically, they're probably just aligning it so it can be a spectacular showcase of, hey, shit's going down.
Yeah. Ugh.
Because they're
What?
clearly making moves in the background, because Solomon is being intimidated into silence or inactivity, not silence. The dude does not speak that much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, what if we're right? What a kettle of fish. If we're wrong,
Oh well.
well, great.
If you're wrong, you're really
I-
just spinning.
Yeah. Oh, Patmore, you know that we can just spin out. We can just spin out for an hour and a half.
To
Like,
be
okay,
fair,
I'm
every
not
time
a
I slow down, I'll just grab the side of the spinner and just span you a little bit more.
Yeah.
know.
Just, like, keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm not opposed in character or out of character. I'm not opposed to meeting up with the other revolutionaries, whatever. When I'm kind of jumping ahead to trying to think of the actual win condition of this entire problem.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, I think best case scenario, we save her, and we let her leave. Like, I don't think that taking her back to where she came from is going to be something happy for her, based on
Yeah,
what we
No,
know of her.
if
I
She
we
might just
agree.
want
Like,
to go under the radar and be like, "Well, I'm gonna bounce. Bye bye."
so here's the thing. I agree with you because this whole thing with Madrigal feels inevitable. They'll find another reason. They always do. But if I think the win condition for us is to save her and then get her out of the salt marshes.
well, like
Do
in the
know
in the
how to
short
do this?
term, there are jobs that if we get her back and we put a fucking wig on her, there are jobs that we can take that have us like couriering messages to the north that we can just take her with us as a fellow adventurer and
True.
drop her there. Like, we can get her out of Saltmarsh fairly easily under cover of a job like that. That's fine. The powder keg, if we're correct, the powder keg we're sitting on is a war between countries. And like, if you want to talk harm reduction, the math doesn't work out to saving her being the option. But
Okay, I have
if
an
we can
idea.
get in and out without them noticing, sure.
Yeah,
I'm
if
gonna
we can.
lay it out.
Okay, so what we need to do, how we need to go about this, is coordinate an effort that makes her disappear from under the nose of whoever the fuck's in charge of the chameleon, so that it's like total incompetence on his part, so that they don't feel comfortable springing the trap yet. From there on, we need to somehow gradually talk to people in power and warn them that this shit's gonna happen. Like
Yeah,
that a
plant
war is
seeds.
Yes.
that a war is actually gonna break out because it's not a treaty anymore.
Yeah.
And then that's like literally the best we can do. So
Yeah.
get her out of there. Get her out of there. Make it look like, but
Like
don't
she's gone.
return her to the public. Obviously, just have
We
her
have to
disappear
fake
from-
her death somehow.
Yeah,
We might be able to request the aid of the mantle worshippers. They seem to be fond of her. They might be able to smuggle her out.
yeah. Like there's plenty of ways to smuggle her. I'm just talking about like the hard part is getting on their fucking ship and doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You could always commandeer it. It could be your new ship.
Oh God. Yes, let's piss off
Sure.
Madrigal.
Yeah, no, I will prevent this international incident by causing an international incident.
To be
A
fair, Murder.
different
sink it?
flavored
To be
international
fair,
incident.
Murder. Imagine what you could do if it was on the boat.
Okay,
So much.
so I don't think destroying the ship is the right way to go if we're attempting to take away the international incident thing. Because they'll just be like,
Yes.
we were attacked. They commandeered our ship. The pirates are out of
Okay.
control. You have no control. We're coming in.
Yeah, that's why telling the Duke about it also probably isn't a good thing.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, I'll blow you up, motherfucker.
Yeah. Reactionary over there.
So we have to get in there and appear as neutral as fucking possible, be in and out with her, and then smuggle her out of here.
Yeah.
Do we have any ways of doing that? I don't feel like we're the most skilled
We do.
smugglers.
Like,
Functionally, it would be me with the invisibility spell going in there, with the invisibility potion we have, dumping it on her,
I could have my
And-
boat ready nearby, my
and
fishing boat.
yeah, throwing her overboard to
Yes.
Alep's boat, or we like circle around to God knows where.
let me check a feature I have to see if I help here.
We might be able to bring her a hammer. She might be a capable warrior.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. She's a 19-year-old noble. If
mean,
she can
does
embroider,
go
I'm calling
along
it a
to the
win.
market and work as a blacksmith.
But, like her
Did she work as a blacksmith?
witness protection job
Oh,
can be
neat.
something we discuss later.
I can offer a closet.
Oh, fantastic.
Perfect. I could
Okay.
scout out the boat.
It can scout the boat.
So
That's true.
Diogo will offer it to be a distraction.
No.
Okay,
Here's an
so
idea.
we have
Wow.
you are talking about 1700 steps from now. We have a lot more to do before we execute a plan.
Let's go meet with the other guys because we're clearly
Yeah.
set on doing this because fuck me, I guess. Now,
Let's go grab a beer, just like think on it, talk with the other dudes.
like with another party of quote unquote adventurers, probably have more options.
I mean, maybe they're like expert in smuggling people in and out, like have lots of illusion and sneakiness.
Like,
Pepper, you got an
right?
ocean themed god I can pray to?
Yeah. I was talking about it the other day with someone.
Probably murder.
We haven't talked in the last week actually, outside of sessions.
Yeah, I've really missed murder.
I'm trying not to call him up as much because I want to sleep, and I'm trying to not to like talk in general because I've had a complaint thrust
Who?
upon me.
Oh yeah, not by me, by the goats.
Neighbors, yeah.
Oh,
So, off the top of my head, I can't think of it, but yes, there are definitely sea gods. I think technically, at this area, so I'm just super deep in my notes. The name's eluding me right now, but the name that you guys would probably call whatever the god of this area of the sea would be the Sea Prince, if you want to use that one.
Cool. Yep. Maggie's
Okay.
not thrilled about the situation we're in. A lot of hail fishies going on.
We don't even get money from this, dude.
No, we don't. We just get problems.
Yeah, but you get like a crisp thumbs up.
From a potentially dead woman. Great.
I'm sure she'll appreciate it. She probably won't. She she's a mall. She's like a mall anarchist. Like it's gonna hit her pretty hard that she's not a noble anymore. I bet.
It might be worth our while to find about something specific that she might have worn. I might be able to find it if she's close enough. Maybe
Okay.
her holy symbol from the mantle she might
Yeah.
keep on her.
Well,
How
that's
would we get that?
No.
I'm
He
sorry,
can
what?
locate objects, so as long as he knows an object that she has, he can use that.
Yeah,
to,
if we go and talk with the mantle followers, they might tell us like, yeah, her like holy symbol was this, and like they could show us a similar thing, and I could find the nearest one of those things.
Okay,
1,000.
so
Someone
else's worshiper's mantle on that boat. That's gonna.
Yeah, and we're fucked, but like it would be better than
there just
nothing.
happens to be one dwarven Madrigalian with a magic.
Yeah, like we just enter a place and there's a kobold with a small sigil.
So where are we going first? Church of the Mantle, or are we trying to hook up with the other
I would
nosy
say
adventurers?
party, and the other party.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they might have lots of more information than we do.
Or none.
Yeah, or just be lost as fuck.
Yeah, we show up. Hey, we're nosy too. We want to be nosy together.
Yeah.
All right. Off of
Let's
the
hope
many
they don't
checks
want to
that
start a war.
Fatmar.
Yeah.
Off of like the many checks that have happened, do we know where they usually are? And what their name is as a group?
Don't have a group name because it's really cringe to get a group name, but
It is. That's why we never do it.
but yes, you know the establishment they're staying at.
We go there.
Yep, you can
Yeah.
go there if you like. So, it would be around midday. Emmy, D100, please.
Oh no.
I have complete faith in Emmy.
Oh
What an
wow.
exciting number.
I
We'll
am
see.
nothing but faith in this context. Okay. Yep, they're in.
I did it.
I'm proud of you.
All right, how we broach the subject, gang?
As you guys walk in, someone's gonna wave you over.
Interesting.
Well, that's a bad
Who
sign.
is
One
it?
of them.
I don't think we even know who they are.
6 foot tall Caucasian man.
I shoot him.
As bland as could
Oh,
be.
you get him.
No, I'm kidding.
Garth shot first.
I don't
Periodically,
trust
if
like
anyone
that.
tries to argue that, tell them to watch the original release.
The original cut of the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we'll walk over. I assume. I don't think. God,
Yeah,
I have a
it's
bad
like
feeling about this.
threatening.
Like
that,
if you want full paranoia, they could be a plant.
like that they so okay. Looking at them, they have a saber and some sort of musket or similar weapon. I would describe their disposition as slightly jovial. As you guys walk over, they're gonna get gesture to the bartender to get some more drinks.
Sounds like a filthy Madrigalian to me.
You're just a little bit racist, aren't you?
A healthy amount.
Justifiably.
Murder, the worst Madrigalian that's ever existed in my setting, you played.
No, that was Davern.
No,
Yeah.
that was your 5 named,
Say the 5 names right now.
I'm finding him.
Good. You will respect him.
Put some respect on his 5 names.
All 5 of them.
I want to say off the top of my head, Archibald was one of his names.
Are we going over there or not?
You can.
We are.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
I looked us right away.
He'll gesture. He'll say, "You might need to grab a few more chairs. There's only 5 on this table, but I don't think they'll mind if you just grab 1 or 2."
Sure.
You're assuming we'll stay for a chat?
I haven't offended you, have I?
I'm planning on staying for a drink. Bartender, please.
Yeah,
New company, new friend.
Yeah, but unless you're here to murder me, I assume you're here for a chat and a drink. But if you want to go straight to the murdering, can I have 10 minutes to get my affairs in order?
We're not going to kill you unless you are a slaver.
Well, we have
Even
other
if you are,
criteria.
please say you're not. Yeah, fair enough.
We do have other criteria for murdering people.
This
It's
is
not
the
just exclusive
weirdest
to slave.
bar conversation I've ever started.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know. Everyone here is really hostile in my experience.
Yeah.
Season for you.
Which
This
is weird
place
for you
sucks.
because you look like them.
Excuse me?
Like, they shouldn't be hostile to you.
There are so many ways. Like, they could be classist against adventurers or something. You're an adventurer, right? Yeah, you're an adventurer.
Today I am.
My name's Lily.
But
Who are you?
Fritz.
Hi, Fritz.
Sounds Madrigalian to me.
Does
Little bit.
Garth say that?
Yep.
Unfortunately born and raised, but, you know, we can't really choose where we come from.
That's fair. You recognized us. Oh, before we get to that part, I'm just going to introduce everyone.
Yeah, no,
so that
you guys stick out a little bit. You've kind of got one of everything.
yeah, it just happened that way.
Just not a halfling.
Isn't she a halfling?
Okay.
I am
No.
half halfling on my mother's side, her grandmother. But it's
So you're
fine.
a quarter halfling.
So you're an 8thling?
We don't do the math here. I'm just short.
She's like human short. She's not halfling short.
Yeah, she's 1/8 halfling. Of course
Halflings
she's
can have
human short.
gigantism, you know that.
Okay,
Bartender.
so you two, I point at Garth and I point at Fritz. You two were a match made in heaven. Anyway, you recognized us. Why?
Yeah. Because you're kind of the talk of the town. Well,
we are?
That's
in
bad.
our sphere of work.
That's slightly less bad, but potentially bad.
Well,
are you an adventurer? I just want to make that very clear. You're an adventurer?
Today I am.
Are you looking for us?
I'd be doing an awful job if I was looking for you in the bar.
Where else you find
I just point at the captain like it's been known to happen.
Okay.
You guys apparently are pretty rough customers, so I considered looking for you, but then I thought, I kind of want to not die today.
Okay. Moving on from that.
Yep.
I think we've all stumbled on a mutual interest in each other.
Yeah.
How about you start expressing yours?
Excuse me?
No.
We're investigating the girl. Are you investigating the girl?
The other side of that, yes.
What?
What does that mean?
Clarify what that means.
Do we need to get a private room?
No, they're good here. I was tasked to keep an eye on someone, and he's interested in the girl.
You're not
In
going to
what
tell us who it is,
way?
are you?
This fucker is not the group that we were looking for, is he?
Sorry?
This is not the member of the group that we were looking for at all. Like just some under.
You don't know. You don't know who's from that
Oh,
group.
okay.
But he's not from that group. But my overall job here is I want to maintain the status quo. I assume you're the same, or at least you're going to at least lie to me and say you are until you guys do something contrary to that.
Well,
we're here for the young woman.
What are we defining as a status quo? Like, is the status quo the girl is missing? Oh well. Is the status quo Casentino remains on paper neutral or independent? Like how what's the scale of your status quo right now?
I want the current amount of people who are not dead to stay that number.
That's
Fair
fair.
that's ambitious.
It really
Also
is.
that.
But
Yeah.
it. Like, is there, like, what else would you do with your free time?
You know,
Bartender.
The bartender has given you your drink.
I need another
Okay.
one.
Okay.
I haven't even finished this one.
Okay,
Can you
Kat.
get me a hot water?
Are you the one to spare a few in order to save the many?
I would rather not be that person,
Great. Good to know.
but in the moment, who knows?
Okay, let's say, hypothetically speaking, we're really bad with allocating our free time and have stumbled onto something big.
Yes.
Let's say we're intent with following through with it. What side of that are you on?
My priority is to not have a war. That's priority 1. When we get down to like
Great
priority
priority.
5, I want anyone who's been kidnapped, allegedly or not, to not be kidnapped. And like second from
And
the top
4
is like
through.
being alive.
That's fair.
It's been a really rough week. But it's fine.
I'm going to incite him once, and then I'm going to stop talking in circles.
Yeah.
Good enough. Okay.
Does he come off as like he's being truthful, or
You don't.
I know he's hedging.
You can roll insight too, Angel. Okay.
Jesus. If we could roll above a 4.
That's 2 in a row.
The intuitive bunch.
Come on, everyone jump on the insight. We'll see if we can beat a 10.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Should I roll an insight?
Yeah, anyone who wants
Yes, the wisdom-based character should definitely
I don't know why
always.
I rolled an advantage.
It was just left on from last time. It's fine. Okay, so good job, Ilif, with a 20, you don't. Not only do you think this person is not lying, you don't think they have the inclination to lie in general.
Cool. Okay. Moving past that. In no uncertain terms, there's a situation, the status quo as it is is gonna lead you straight into a war.
Yes.
We are okay. We're just a bunch of people.
Yep.
We're not going to fully involve ourselves with the political dealings of your country
Bullshit.
or the other country. So we're not going to solve any problem for you. The avenue we want to take here is to ideally give you a bit of time, save an innocent person, and then leave.
Hopefully without a target on our back here in Seaton. Or in Madrigal.
In an ideal world.
I can help you with that last bit at the very least.
Okay. You could also help us with divulging what you know about the chameleon.
Hi. What do you want to know?
I'm gonna take a look around and see if anybody's like
Who's the other party
paying too
looking
much
into
attention
this?
to what we're saying.
So you guys are the only ones in the bar. Since entering and sitting down, there are two people standing outside the bar, kind of keeping a watch out for people.
Okay.
Okay. So hold on. Wait. Before we get started
Mm-hmm.
on all of the questions, who do you work for? Can you tell us?
Not without putting them at risk, but our goal is to make sure that the chameleon doesn't do anything stupid.
Oh boy.
Which we
And
haven't been doing a good job at so far.
Are you the other party that we heard rumors about?
Well, I'm always partial to a party, but yes, in this context.
Okay.
Is even the bartender in on this?
Well, no, but he's a really nice old man.
Well, tip well.
He writes books. I asked for a copy, like children's books.
I will. All right. I just wanted to make sure we had a decent idea what we were dealing with before we really got into it. The chameleon.
Chameleon.
Yep.
Crew size, crew proficiency. I don't know what else to call it, and rough layout of the ship itself.
So
any of that, like literally, like I'll take
Do
any
you know
one of
if
those.
she is in the boat, like for sure?
She is.
And she's still alive.
Reassuring.
I believe so, but I don't know verbatim. So the crew on that class of vessel is in between 25 and 50. I believe they have 32. It was 35, but they lost a few. What the operative thing here, really, the problem is it's not a naval vessel, it's an intelligence vessel.
Yep.
F me.
And this is not the time or place for that.
What is it with everybody in this town taking everything literally?
It's a local thing.
It's not my first language, I'm sorry.
Right. Intelligence, they're spies. That presents a unique problem, you were saying.
Yes, which is why, well, you know, spooks are gonna spook, but That's the people I do stuff with are of the opinion that they've overreached this time. They've taken their eye off the ball.
Yep.
And
Like
We
we
can
agree.
confer.
what was
Okay.
that, Murder?
No, I was just saying, we as a collective of individuals agree with that. The the problem right now is things need to be done in a very specific way to keep both of both of us happy, to
As
not
it
spark the
is,
war.
she's planning on leaving in 3 days. In 2 days, if we haven't succeeded at what we're trying to do yet, we're going to sink her.
Oh,
Mm.
fuck.
Okay. Great.
That's not an impediment to me or him. And I point to Fogwell because he's got the mariner armor.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
but it
I can
is an
still
impediment to
drown in
not
it.
starting a war. So,
Also,
I understand that,
sinking
but
it would kill her.
if you guys would let me finish,
Okay,
it's fine.
go on.
Never mind. No.
Well, no, like by sink it, they mean shoot cannons at it, right? Like,
yeah, no. To destroy it. If we go with that route, it means it's an eternal incident, and Casanetto has nothing to do with it.
You have that kind of pull, or your
It's not
patron
my
does.
plan.
Is it
Okay.
your call?
No, it's upstairs.
Got it.
yep.
So we have 2 days to get her out for the best case scenario.
Do they ever take her out of the boat?
I don't think so.
No.
so they're planning to, as far as you know, as far as you want to tell us, they're planning to take her back to Madrigal.
I believe they're heading to the capital of Casentino.
Oh, they've gone rogue.
This is fucking. We're level 3, my guy. Come on.
I don't know what that means in the
Uh,
context of this. You look much older.
Nope,
than
not
me.
talking to him.
Some
talking
things
to
are
Dom.
said out of character.
I know, and I was answering out of character with the. It's fine.
No, I'm joking around. It's fine. I don't expect this guy to be puzzled by me talking to myself as third
No,
level.
this guy he has fourth wall vision.
But good on
Deadpooling
him.
us.
Object
So
permanence.
Okay. What we want to do.
let's say if we get her out, like, what do we do with her?
We fake her death and ship her up the river.
I guess my question for you all are you as proficient in fighting as your reputation says you are?
We can
Far
do
more.
some damage, but
Far
we
more.
can definitely fight, but I'm not
Yes.
certain that we could be quiet about it.
What if you didn't have to be
Quiet.
quiet about it?
That would help.
that would make it easier, yes.
That would be ideal.
Hmm.
If you could set it up so that us, in no uncertain terms, storming their ship is just an internal incident. Also, we can get there. We can get the girl, and we can just leave.
I'm sorry, Captain. I'm not very familiar with boats. You said they have like 32 crew members?
We
How
don't
many
have
of
to
those
kill
would
all
be?
of them to
But how many
get
of
there.
those would be sort of combat proficient?
They're spies. That's not my field of expertise. They're like special agents that work on gathering intelligence and destabilizing governments. So potentially all of them. Potentially 5 of
Yeah.
them.
It while they are intelligence, they're not necessarily all like
Spies.
spies. Even when you're intelligent, you still need someone who knows how to repair the engine.
Yeah, okay. I was just laying out the two extremes.
So,
Uh,
Given the size of the ship, do we have any idea on the estimate of how many engineers would they require?
I am not 100% certain we don't have that information concrete, but what I can say is I would assume 1/3 intelligence, then 2/3 naval people working in intelligence.
Got it.
okay.
I mean,
You
it's
clearly.
quite the
So
number.
what is? So you have a plan. You have an idea because you wouldn't have said that if you didn't have one. So let's hear it.
Well, I was gonna do what you all have proposed, but without you, because I didn't assume that you were also doing it.
Would you do it
So
with us?
launch a rescue mission is like that's what
Stage it
you want
as
to
an
do.
internal incident, launch a rescue mission, disappear the girl, and then there's no powder keg to ignite anymore.
More or less.
You're a pretty solid guy.
I appreciate that. It's been a really bad week.
You're probably gonna die.
I didn't need to hear that.
Don't worry, we're all probably gonna
Gareth, why
die.
are you like this?
No,
No, he's right.
It's not for the mission or anything. Just in general, solid guys tend to die. Like my third mate, who stood up against a mutiny.
Oh, that's always a mistake.
Believe me, I would.
You play along until they aren't suspecting you, and then you free the captain.
Believe me, if I
They
could have,
threw
I
us
would have
off the
joined the mutiny
boat.
too. But they were mutinying against me.
What do you want?
Why were
Okay.
they mutinying against you? You seem like a very nice man.
Very inconsiderate, traitorous bastards, all of them. Okay.
Did they also work in intelligence?
No, they don't have any. They just
Worse.
have a
None of that to spare.
Look, I've always said intelligence was an ironic title for what they do.
very inflated sense of self, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what can we count on? Like, do you have any means of getting onto the ship?
I have ideas.
Well, let's hear them.
Well, my first idea, not my best idea, but my first idea is that, in theory, we can enter through the mine shaft.
What?
Is that the snorkel?
No. It's how they deploy mines. They have near the front of the ship. They have large cylinders that you put a mine in, and you can.
Are they mining the area? Is that what they're doing?
Not officially.
Right now?
Not my department.
Don't make him
Okay.
confirm and deny things when we're still on the same side.
I'm assuming those are not like designed to be entry points.
No, but they're also you can access them from the outside and the inside. So in theory, you should be able to cut your way out into the ship from there.
So that's not a problem for me.
Okay. But how do we
But
get to the ship?
Well, while they're surfaced, the mine shafts are above water because they're on the top of the hull. So assuming that it can be done silently, you can enter through those before they have a chance to submerge. If they submerge, you then have enough time, in theory, to do it before you drown.
Interesting.
Failing that, it'd be a hard fit for most of you, but the torpedo bay would also be a way in. in theory.
Okay.
And we should do it at night, I suppose.
Are they
Nights when they're
leaving
active.
to go mine more area of water tonight?
I don't know specifically, but they're off the reservation. I wouldn't put it past them.
Based on the location on where this thing is, like anchored or stays, like how close could we get with like a dinky boat without raising too much suspicion? Like how big of a perimeter do you think they keep from the ship before being like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, can we get like within 100 feet of it? Like, can we get within like 1,000 feet of it?
Yeah, no, they're in the harbour, so technically they'll be watching the harbour. So if you'd struggle to walk onto the boat from the harbour, but if you climb up the side of it, as long as they're not looking at the time, it should be okay.
So not much water.
You could in theory swim right next to it, and they wouldn't necessarily see you.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I outside of vision, I don't know if they have any other ways of detecting if someone's nearby.
And if we were to be seen, would you recommend us just going for it or aborting the mission?
All I can say is what I would do. If I was detected partway through it, I'd still do it.
Okay. Are you
Or
coming with us?
what is your plan for you and your people?
Well, we were sorry, my computer just froze for a moment there. We were gonna go in first thing tomorrow morning after they presumably returned, and we're gonna go through the mine shaft.
I mean,
Are we coordinating then? Are we going together?
yeah, maybe we could be your distraction though.
That's probably going to be quite dangerous.
I think we should just go together. There's more of us, and then
I mean, how many people are in your endeavor?
The less, the better. We don't necessarily know who can be trusted. Intelligence likes to have people on the inside.
That's a great way of not answering, but sure.
Probably less than 10.
So you have somebody on the inside that could potentially open up the mine shaft.
No. What he's saying is that he can give you potentially up to 10 people with him to do stuff. They don't have anyone on the inside.
Okay.
So here's my thought is I don't know how much good a distraction is going to be honest. Because we have like one way or the other, it's going to get loud. So the question becomes, do we want 10-ish guys with us? Guys and gals with us? Or what? What are we thinking?
Have we given up on sneaking in and out?
I mean, we could.
Thought that was the whole point of the torpedo for the mine
could definitely
thing.
try, but I think it was more like getting in without being noticed and then like fucking shit up from the inside.
I can have people nearby as a plan B if going in quietly doesn't work.
going quietly is unlikely to work if we all go together.
I can always sit this one out.
I think
Rest
we're gonna
my
need
old
you.
bones.
Out of game, I will not be
Yeah.
here next week. That is what I mean by that.
That's fair.
But
Well,
Emmy, you're essential to the
Your
squad.
armor and shield should really be here if we want to
Oh.
survive.
Well,
I'll be out of town. I'm sorry.
They'll be kayaking and being one with nature.
I will say for the record, Emmy, bullets are attracted to your shield.
Oh god.
Oh my
Shot in the
God.
head.
This is why we need you.
No, even Ilith is not immune to gun violence. But
I mean, I could borrow
Okay.
the armor.
I don't. So Ilith's
so
old
going
bones
invisible-
need rest and also to fish and find peace. So
Inner peace.
um
So wait, going invisible is not a viable plan anymore?
I mean, I can make a
Like
person
Pat said?
invisible.
Yeah.
if the party or the majority of the party is able to like swim into the actual ship, I'm able to like cast silence first to actually walk around a little bit and not get instantly spotted due to armor, which
Yeah.
Okay.
might give us enough time to like at least get better positioning before shit gets loud.
Yeah. So while shit's getting loud, are we standing and fighting? Are we making a beeline to the girl and then running?
Well, that depends.
Because, like, if you guys hold a line, I can beeline to the girl and fucking throw her down the mine shaft and call it good.
Yeah.
I don't think the goal.
How thick is this thing? Can we like, if we get to her, could we blow out like a side of the ship and just like get the fuck out?
It'd be hard, but not impossible. It's easier to penetrate the hull from inside than it is to do it from the outside.
That's what she said.
I can just tell
I am
somebody to
unfamiliar
close
with
their.
that. Who is she? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
What were you saying, Angel?
I will describe this spell to them. You just have to cover your ears when I do it.
That would hurt.
It would. Well,
Well,
everyone
you
else
only
can
have to
stay in the
be 15.
silence.
You don't have. If you are 15 feet away from me, then I just need to be next to the thing, the
No,
wall.
I mean, there's nowhere for that to leave down there. But it would definitely get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
I
So
don't understand.
boom tube is a quick exit strategy if the mine shaft is no longer an option.
I could also make the girl invisible if we
The
see
mines
her.
are also an option.
Well, the problem is going to be two things. Are we going to be considered agents of Madrigal for the time being to make this an internal incident? And two, how are we going to convince her we're not assholes? We're not the asshole. And I also can make people invisible. How are we going to convince her we're not assholes? Are we just like, hey, I'm
not worried about convincing her that I'm gonna tell her like, "Hi, I'm unkidnapping you. Come on, let's go." And she's gonna be like, "Fantastic! I didn't like being kidnapped. Thanks."
I doubt she's been having 5-star
Yeah,
accommodations down
the
there.
accommodations I'm almost positive leave much to be desired. So if we present the option of, "Hey, unkidnapping," I think she would jump at that.
Quite nice down there.
Damn.
What? Less than 23 fish stew? I think Aleph can do better.
That was a joke. The food's awful.
I know. You guys boil everything.
Right.
You have to.
the lead.
I've heard you
So,
boil
we're gonna
cabbage, and that sounds bizarre.
Well, it's actually quite tasty.
Yeah, I don't feel I'm not invested enough for this to be a conversation, but
It's less harsh on the teeth.
Love old man at
Okay.
me.
Okay. So we try stealth. We set up. The majority of the party is killing people. Cat is getting the girl. They and the outsider are also killing people. The end
What if
result.
I went with Kat? So what if... How many people can make other people invisible?
I can make one person invisible. It doesn't have to be me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so
I can do
here's the
that.
thought. I can also make someone invisible. So
So that's a pretty substantial amount.
once we get in, you two make Kat and I invisible. We go get the girl, turn her invisible, and drag her off the ship.
But if you turn her invisible, aren't you going to become invisible?
I have a
No,
Oh.
because we're concentrating on her being invisible. And
Oh,
him
No,
pushing-
Ca-
But if you do
Cast
an
a
action like casting a
spell.
spell,
Yeah.
you stop being invisible.
We
Keep
have
in
the
mind,
potion
you
of
have one
invisibility. I
potion
was
of
just gonna dump.
invisibility as well.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just gonna dump
yeah,
that
I'll
on
just-
her.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
dope. I mean,
Like-
that fixes it.
The only
We just need to
concern
give her
I
that
have
to chug.
the only concern I have is you going by yourself.
I mean, I will be invisible at that point. And if I run
How
into
big is it?
trouble, yeah,
How big is
it's,
this thing?
that's
Like
kind of my whole job.
width, give or take.
It has two decks. The main deck and the lower deck. The main deck is where basically everything is happening. You've got the captain quarters. You've got all the crew quarters, eatery, engineering, and stuff. And then all the actual work is really done on the lower deck because that's where the bridge is, and where the actual mechanics of engineering is.
So she's probably on the lower deck, right?
I don't know.
Probably.
She might be in the captain's quarters, which is a pretty big deal.
That would be disgusting. Where are they most likely to keep her?
If it's a spy ship, maybe they have some sort of cells.
Yeah, they do have a cell on the main deck. It would either be that or the far, which is near the middle, or it's going to be the far aft of the bottom deck.
And are any of these men or women on this ship terrible human beings?
All of them. They're magical.
Would they keep her in their quarters? Would they keep her in their quarters? Is anyone like that?
No, I don't think it's that personal.
Okay.
Got it. Well, my question is, like, how big is the ship? Like, if you guys become invisible and go forward, are you gonna get like 30 feet away from us, or 100 feet away from us to get to the girl? Approximately, obviously, right?
Yeah. Because it's 2 floors, like you might not be that far away, but there are only so many ways to get from floor 1 to floor 2.
Yeah, got it.
But the ship isn't super long. It's I'll get you the exact size in a moment once I have it properly aligned to the grid. I'm just doing some work on it because it didn't align properly yesterday.
Okay.
That's okay.
Quick follow-up.
Yep.
Rescue mission, yada yada, really cool. Do they still want the fucking submarine ship completely destroyed, or are we cool to just leave it a mess?
Ideally, it won't be destroyed.
Will it fuck it up?
Won't be.
But
Okay.
do what you need to do.
No, we'd have to go out of our way to destroy it, so I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Or a thunderwave. But that's the last resort.
Or two bags of
one
holding.
thunder wave isn't going to sink the ship.
2 bags of holding. That would be fucking insane.
I would recommend not trying to blow it up, as there is a bit of munitions on board and it is in the middle of the harbour. But
Okay,
do what you need to
like
do.
let's not start a war by trying to stop a war.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the casualties on the people at the dock. If it goes up, it's going to take a few boats near it as well.
Got it.
After we're done here, we're probably going to need to
Get the hell out
leave
of
this
Dodge.
region entirely.
Saltmarsh or just this part of Saltmarsh?
Season.
Ideally Saltmarsh, but
Listen, the Hanzo
realistically just
dynasty is
Seaton.
looking great right now. At least, like, everyone's aware that everyone's plotting.
Hey, if you
Yeah,
can get some water breathing potions, we can go to my hometown.
that would die
I mean,
after the first day of travel.
I wouldn't.
Actually, no, you wouldn't, because you're a sea bear.
Yeah. But yeah, no. More or less, can you fucking help us at least get out of the city?
Yeah, I'd also recommend maybe getting some sort of disguise so they don't recognize who you guys are.
got
We
it.
need a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
I
waterproof
was.
body paint.
That
We're
was
What?
gonna get you
where
a
I was going with
mask.
that, but
Where were you going with it?
I was gonna get you some uniforms, but we can do body
Like,
painting if you want.
like
Well,
we're
I'm
gonna
blue. How many blue people are in Madrigal?
I can get you like a waterproof balaclava or something.
Okay.
No, you're right. Sorry, I wasn't thinking about you were blue.
He doesn't see color.
Well, I do. I just it wasn't important.
Okay.
So, do we have any other magical items that might be of use other than the invisibility potion that we are like overlooking?
I can make sending stones.
Oh, that's interesting. Doesn't
That's
like
pretty cool.
That actually might help us because then if
You have the insertion team and you have the outside team.
or that is a very good use of it, or we could also give one to Maggie and we keep the other one, and she can
As
just
like
let
a
us know if like, oh shit,
SOS.
I've got to go the other way. I'm not, you guys just get out. I've got the girl and we're on our way. Or so, like, I don't
Yeah.
care. Either one is good.
So like, entry strategy is the mine shaft. Party is doing brouhaha. I find Laura. We try and go back to the mine shaft. If not, then you said the torpedoes might be an option.
Yeah, we don't exactly have the deck plan for this specific ship. There are two variants of this model. If you're lucky, there might be like a. So this model of ship has a kind of a variable utility section in the middle. So for some it's additional engines, for some it's like an armory. There's a chance that this one might have the small sub, which is a kind of escape vessel. If there's that, you might be able to leave through the bottom of the ship, but I don't know if it's that variant or not.
How many people
Scout
can that
that.
carry?
Comfortably two, but more
Oh, okay, so
in theory, but it won't have air for long if you have more people.
Okay, so that's an emergency.
I mean, it's a way out.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, vaguely to plan. We get uniforms and waterproof balaclavas for the blue and green ones of us.
And we go before dawn?
Whenever they were gonna go.
At dawn, when they get back, when they're kind of
Dawn 30.
tired and have let down their guard.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oakley.
Yep.
Okay. Is everybody confident in our super well plot outed plan?
This is the best plan a D&D party can realistically have, so yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Atmore, can I
what?
quick get rid of all the things that are sitting in the party loot before we
You want to sell
eventually
all
do
the lead
this?
weights?
Yes, I want to sell all the lead weights when we're going swimming. I don't want like handfuls of like gems and shit, and also Blair Witch bone statues.
You name that, not me.
You said here we have scrounged some bone effigies from the terrible tomb where we got the horrible box. There are only so many assumptions a girl can make.
That's fair. Yeah, if you want to do that bit of housekeeping, you want to
Yeah, I just want to
rid of
get
those?
cleaned up
Yeah.
before we get into an entire session's worth of stuff.
Not a problem. Is there any other prep work people want to do?
I mean, we're taking a long rest. I think I would change some of my spells around.
Yeah, you may do that.
Yeah, and spells and.
Can
Tell Diego
Am-
I actually appreciate him.
am I
He's gonna
coming
fund
on the boat journey, or no? Like, is
Uh,
Ilif getting brought along?
That's really up to you, Emmy. There's a chance you might die if you do so, though.
Well, I don't mind. I'm just really loud, and I won't be here next week. But I don't mind being a shield.
No,
Don't worry, we'll butter you up.
I was about to ask, because in that case, I'd look for something to like make my my armor be more quiet.
Luckily, you guys do know someone who's making shit in your house right now.
That's
Yep.
true.
I was gonna say, should we try and get out some potions from him?
Yeah. We can ask.
For a price, he's willing to do a lot of things.
I mean, we have a very, very, very expensive potion of healing.
Yeah, we do.
we're also about to have a
we could
lot of
trade for
disposable
something else.
income, so we can just slap him with coins.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I would also like to ask about getting the plate armor repaired.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna get that in time.
Plate.
No, if you get a mantle cleric to do it, you can get it done much quicker.
Like
Okay.
before dawn?
Clerics. Sorry?
Like before dawn?
Yeah. Only takes
Cool.
an hour for them to do their challenge.
Forge clerics. OP as fuck.
Yeah. Forge clerics are an economic issue.
Next
Fucking
character,
people.
Forge
Economy.
Cleric.
The last Forge Cleric got wrung out like a dish towel.
Yeah, but they also decided they wanted to be a cow magical gel, so they had it coming.
They did. They really did. Rest in pieces, Redelia.
Rest in many pieces.
Party permitting, I would like to take the plate armor and some funding and go fix the plate armor.
Yeah, go wild, bud.
Go for it, mate.
All right. DM, I would like to go do that.
Okay. For 200 silver, they'll get it done before tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
The
Forge.
adjustments
Clank, clank,
have
clank,
been
clank,
made.
clank, clank, clank.
Clank indeed. Okay. What do you want to get from William for the mission? Potion-wise.
So he does healing potions.
He does cure poison, focused, healing, perception, prevention, protection, recharge, slow healing, alacrity, clear mind, cure disease, fortitude, vision, wakefulness, and water breathing.
Maybe some water breathing wouldn't be so bad, so we could just jump
Yeah.
overboard.
Yep,
Probably
only
some
lasts
water
1 hour.
breathing. That's fine. We don't need a lot.
I mean, we might be able to find the scroll even. That
I
would get
definitely
most of
need
us.
I definitely need one for Laura. I don't know what kind of condition she's going to be in, so I'd rather just shove a healing potion and a water breathing potion down her throat and chuck her down the mine shaft than try and be like, okay, now hold your breath and try and swim. Just like, no, fucking get down there.
Did we want because I could do that now. I could park my boat in the harbor area. Not like super close, but if we need a getaway vehicle.
Yes, Isla is our getaway driver.
So I could
That's
like go out
hilarious.
fishing now and just moor it at the dock instead of near my house.
A scroll of water breathing could get us like covered, all of us, before
That's
you
true.
even go in.
It's a third level scroll, which means
Yeah.
let me get my reasonable price calculator up.
I think it's like 8 people or something like that.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Water breathing 5e. Artificer, Druid, Ranger, Sorcerer, Wizard.
So a third level
Hey.
scroll would be for water breathing, one use. We're looking at 1,000 silver.
We don't have that. Do we know?
I mean, we have a
Just-
superior healing potion. We could
I don't think
sell
it's
it.
okay. So what I've been trying to say is, do they have any contacts that can cast the spell,
Yeah.
or do we know of anybody that can cast a spell?
You guys haven't really been here that long.
Do I know anyone?
D100
Those
Emmy.
Isla. Yes. This is just like Talon's family.
I mean, it's a portside city.
Emmy
Lots
knows
of
the
people
guy.
could know that spell.
Oh, almost the funny one.
You don't know for certain, but maybe one of the mantle priests might know it. Maybe.
It never hurts to ask.
Yeah, I can bring them some fish stew or something and a loaf of rye and ask them kindly if they could cast that spell, maybe.
Yep. Emmy is.
The other
Isla's
problem
just
with buying
amazing.
it is we're probably being watched at this point. I don't want to buy something like that. And then they're like, what are they doing with a water breathing potion? They're about to go into the water. We need to up our guards.
I live here. I could also buy it because I'm just around.
No, keep in mind if you're buying water breathing potions, you're buying them from William, and no one knows who William is. Because he's
Well, we were
Under
talking
my
about the
glass.
scroll.
Oh, okay.
The
I
spell.
think
Like,
I
if
think
we
the
could get.
potions are a better option.
Like, if we can't get it from the mantle priest, then yes, the potions are the better option.
Like, we'd still want one for what Cat wants to do, just in case
Right.
Laura can't.
It's also worth
move.
noting, if you go with the potions, you in theory can have, like, you could do both at the same time, but if something goes wrong, like, hypothetically they have a dispeller somewhere, and like an abjurationist, you could lose your water breathing, but if you had spare potions of it, you could just reapply it.
Yeah, all in all, I think the potions are a better option.
Okay. Just to kind of hotfire some other stuff on that list, if you, so his healing potions are 1d10 plus 2, if you're looking into that. Perception ones are 1d, essentially bless on perception checks. Prevention, for the next minute, you can negate 1 crit. Protection is 1d4 on saving throws for a minute. Recharge is you regain 1 first level spell slot. Slow healing is you gain 1 hit point at the start of each round for 6 turns. Alacrity is an initiative modifier thing. Clear Mind is immunity to charm, sleep, and fear for a minute. And those are kind of the useful ones. Do any of those sound appealing?
I've got enough perception that I'm not super worried about that. The crit thing feels situational. I don't think so. Nothing's jumping out at me.
Okay.
Maybe does anyone have alacrity? Might be good for someone we want going quick in combat. Who has actions that they absolutely need to get off in combat?
I just shoot people. I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same deal?
my spells are almost all actions.
Like,
So,
yeah. Like, alacrity is just the gift of alacrity spell, basically. So
you'll just have a high
going.
initiative, is what she's saying. Like, would going
oh
Yeah.
no,
higher in
that's not
initiative turn
me.
wouldn't matter for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Unlikely.
no.
The only person I can think who might, like, not immediately in combat, but might directly benefit from that is, Fogwell. If someone were to get into a situation next round, Fogwell might be able to address it sooner. Either healing or something like that. Like, well, both of the healers actually might be able to benefit from that. Refractor, I'm going to be very honest. I don't know how artificers work, so if going soon in combat is
Same.
something that would benefit you, please do speak up.
For my particular artificer, I do a lot of stuff on my reactions, as long as I'm in close range. So going first wouldn't necessarily hurt, but it doesn't really
It's not a make or
impede me
break.
greatly.
Okay.
Depends on how fast you want me to cast my spells.
Fair enough.
Which in combat would be either Thunderwave, Magic Missile, Cure Wounds, or Grease.
Don't do Thunderwave.
It'd be
Unless
really
it's an
funny if I
absolute emergency. Don't do Thunderwave.
Yeah, you guys
Don't
boom
worry, my
tubing us.
signature is Grease.
Good.
It is a good one.
Okay, so then probably not alacrity.
Okay.
So we've got enough people with healing capabilities that we have uppers, so.
And really, in life, all you need is an upper.
Yeah.
I don't know if, excuse me. I don't know if I'm going to be here next week either, so, but you're more than welcome to use me.
Cool.
Okay.
So, we have a vague plan. My question is, we've got we might be down 2 people. We'll work out how we're going to do that when we're doing that. Is there anything? Well, I guess in theory, you guys have a week to think about stuff. Like, if there's an idea that occurs to one of you, like 2 days from now, we can always amend to this. But why don't, so we're all on the same page? Kat, seeing that you're kind of the scribe here, why don't you summarize the current plan?
Okay. So currently, as it stands, when the chameleon gets back into dock and they've kind of settled for their downtime, the strike team us is going to go into the water, find the mine shaft, go up that. Garth is going to cast silence to try and keep us generally covert until we have to get loud. Then we get loud if necessary. Someone is, I believe, making me invisible.
Yeah.
I am going to find Laura, grab her, shove some potions down her throat, chuck her down the mine shaft, or meet back up with the team, chuck her down the mine shaft, and then we make an exit in an ideal world. What's most likely going to happen is things are going to get loud. We're going to eventually find Laura. We might have to sink the ship, and Aleph is going to boat us off to the horizon because we'll be banned from Saltmarsh for life.
Well, not necessarily the last bit, but everything else, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this,
Hey,
if all things are equal, no one will know who did this.
Yeah. Hey, Patmore, can I have a sheet like my pirate treasure sheet that I'm going to call the plan? And I'm just
you
gonna.
want a plan sheet?
I want a plan sheet. I'm just gonna keep updated on that because right now I have
A
like 5
record-
sticky notes.
A record of the plan that we don't end up following.
Yeah, exactly. Mostly for posterity's sake.
Okay.
But
Kat, you have a plan sheet.
my plan. Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, I think there's no way we're going to start this in the next 27 minutes. So we can either wrap up early and unless there's other stuff you want to do before we wrap up.
I want Murder
think
to
we're good.
roll a charisma check to sell the stuff we have at a good price.
Okay.
And then we're good. We've got like silk, gems, potentially books if no one wants to keep them, and weird
I have
bone
a 7 in
effigies.
persuasion.
I only have 4. I don't have proficiency in it, so you can roll it.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Let me just get the items in front of me. That is not the right thing. It's this one. Okay, Kat, you're trying to sell the books.
If no one wants them, I don't think we need them. So
I mean, I think the only one worth keeping is the Secret of the
the-
Philosopher's Stone, which I think is bound to the lucky stone that like Refractor is holding.
yeah. So maybe
Okay, just the 3
Oh,
of them.
that
Okay.
one.
yeah, the 3 of those.
Okay. You're selling the silk.
Yep.
Okay. You're selling your gems.
Mhm.
The is that it, or are you selling other stuff?
If I can sell the bone effigies, great. If not, I'm gonna throw them over the side into the river and tell people I sold them.
Okay. I need to check just for them. This is
Finding occultists.
yeah, Kat. I need you to roll investigation to find someone who even want weird bone effigies.
Okay.
You can't really sell those at your local Kmart. Okay. We'll ride the 22 here. Yeah, you're good for those. Okay, Kat.
job.
This is your total.
Yay! Thank you.
You were saying something?
Monies!
Me?
Yeah.
No?
Oh, okay. Well, say something.
Something.
Damn it. He's played this game before. Okay. Any more housekeeping?
Not really. I just found out though from my background treats. I don't even need to roll when I fish.
Damn.
I can just like catch enough to feed myself and up to 10 other people every day.
Jesus.
I'm a
Nice.
real good fisher,
You know,
guys.
now I kind of feel demonstrably wrong about every time I call you a bad fisherman because you auto succeed.
They probably see me like at the beginning. I was real bad at it. and then it just kind of stuck. Is how I think it's gonna.
And now you can feed
Turn out.
11 people for a day with just fish.
I was
Yeah.
only ever feeding myself though, so they're like, "Oh, look at that puny ass fish I have caught."
Yeah,
It's like,
well,
all
that's
right.
all I needed. This was a targeted strike. That's all I needed.
You gotta
may
eat your
have got
veggies
the
more than your
small-
protein.
I may have got the smallest fish, but I got the best fish.
Yeah, I got the tastiest one.
Yeah, because the smaller they are, the more flavor they have.
There we go.
Is what you
So
say
we'll
yourself
never
when
we'll
you're
never
alone.
go hungry as long as I have my fishing gear with us, guys.
And access to the ocean.
Why would we
Or a
ever leave
pond.
it?
Or a river. Or a lake.
Or, the plane of water.
Yeah.
Fish in the plane of water.
Yeah.
Well,
Past
okay,
the gate simply to fish.
this may sound weird, and I didn't know this until I was looking at the Tritons, but there's a surprising amount of life in the plane of water, because apparently that's where the Tritons are from. According to 5e,
Why would there
I don't
not
have
be?
my own answer on that yet, but that's a 5e answer. Tritons are from the plane of water.
Did you name the
Nope.
nation and the cities?
Nope.
No, you do that.
Do I?
Tritonia.
Because I can.
Like, in theory, yes, you can, but it's also not relevant right now because it is so geographically disconnected to where we are.
Until we sink to it.
Please don't,
Why?
because then we're in Tritopia, and that's not what we need.
Maybe it's exactly what we need.
I disagree, but I don't know if it's up to me to disagree on this matter.
All right, fine.
Okay, so
Ethiopia.
yes, Mother?
That was Tom.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
Oh,
Mother, you got me.
I got myself too, apparently.
Now, Murderer, this is just Garth's voice in the back of his head. Imagine what you could do with that submarine.
Like, in an ideal world, he steals it and just sails away, and then he's a renowned pirate again. But this is not an ideal world.
I think really the one thing stopping you is you don't know how to drive a submarine.
Yeah.
I have water vehicles.
And this
You
would
Also,
have an
it's a
artificer
ship
who
more-
can learn.
Also, it's a ship more than it's a full-on sub. You said that yourself.
That's
it
true.
Can be...
It's a Gesundeboat, not a submarine. Which is not a term I've made up. That is a real naval or definition of what a early submarine is. Kind of, they're Gesundeboats. But yeah. So with that in mind, unless there's any questions, I'm gonna send you guys out of class 20 minutes early.
Okay, cool.
Yay!
Refractor, I'm gonna
Okay.
take the plate armor off of the party loot because it's yours now, and it's not usually something we track. Does anyone want a long sword or a shield?
Can I use a shield? I don't think I can use a shield.
Bards
No,
don't
you
have
can't.
shields.
Yeah, no.
No,
Bards
I
are not
cannot
that
use
cool.
a shield. I would
No.
have to take a feat that I don't want to take.
Okay, so those are just gonna simmer there, but everything else
Um,
is now up to date. Yay.
Just while I remember, Friday game people. Do you have any questions for the next session?
Friday? Oh, Thursday.
No, it's Friday.
I'll have to think
no,
about it. Could you please post the last session?
I'll do that in like an hour.
Thank you.
Okie
I
No.
appreciate you.
I also do.
Thank you for the session, Patmore.
Thank you.
You are.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
thank you
one.
for
Forward
DMing.
to our heights.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
It was fun.
Yeah. I hope you
You were
enjoy
okay.
your submarine heist.
Yes.
And I love a heist.
We do love
International
those.
conflict.
And to be
I'm
fair,
less thrilled about the international conflict,
Well,
but all for
no,
the sake of the heist.
Madrigal has given you a blank check to screw over Madrigal here.
That's true.
We like this. We like these Madrigalians. We don't like the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, it's not more...
For now.
I could spiral into this. I'm not gonna.
That's fair. But like
We're just choosing life.
like actually, Murder, to be fair, you've been right all along. Madrigal's greatest enemy is the enemy of all people, which is also Madrigal.
Yeah, I'm always right.
Like, you know, because when you're like the worst, the only people you can hate is either everyone or yourself, and they chose both. You know, I'll see if I can quickly give you guys a screenshot of the top of their boat. I think that's the least I can do.
We've been scoping it.
Well, just so you can think about it for a few days.
Like, whatever happens, I really don't want the rest of this campaign to be us feuding with the whatever royal family and some rogue Madrigalians.
No, because then we'll just go to the Alaskan Isles and be pirates up there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good call.
this is the top of their Gazunder boat.
Bless you.
No, the term is Gazunder boat.
That looks cool.
Okay.
That
It
looks
does
interesting.
looks
Are
very
these
magical.
little glass thingies like portholes?
Nope, those are where the mines come out of.
Oh. Oh
Oh,
boy.
so this is like a ship specifically made to like lay mines.
Yeah. So submarines, Gazunder boats in general, in this era, their two effective weapons are torpedoes and mines. They don't have deck guns, so they don't have cannons. They don't have like Maxim guns or anything like that. So their only way of taking out another ship is to fire torpedoes, which you can do, but it's a bit risky because you have to surface to fire your torpedoes because in firing torpedoes from underwater is relatively new in the history of submarines and Gazunder boats. Or you can launch mines, which is kind of where it's kind of the safe way of being a submarine or a Gazunder boat. So
Can I add? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can we add a tertiary goal? I don't even want to call it a secondary goal, but like a tertiary goal of if it comes up in the process of what we're doing and only under that circumstance, grab the paper that tells us where they've been laying the mines. Like literally only if it's happening in a way like you happen to pass by and you see it, just grab it. Tertiary goal only.
That feels like the Navy of Casentino's problem.
I agree, but also, you know, we could be heroes, and that's cool.
Ilef might drive his fishing boat into one, and that worries me.
On the flip side, in theory, there are only 60 mines out there because that's their total capacity.
And they really wouldn't have mined the river because that would have become obvious pretty quickly, I think.
Be pretty funny though.
You would have heard like boats exploding in the distance.
Yeah.
So
dammed up the
we can
bridge,
at least
booming on the
eliminate
bridge.
again, strictly if you can get it as you are trying to accomplish your primary goal. But if you happen to see it, grab it.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
It'll make you feel better. The mine only does 20d6 damage.
Oh, is that all?
I do have a
sneeze,
question.
really.
Yeah.
After this is over, I'm gonna call him Fritz, but that's not his name.
It is. His name's Fritz.
It is. You're right.
It's what he
Cool.
told us his name is.
Sorry, brain completely stopped. After this is over, I want Fritz to take Laura somewhere because I don't want to be escort missioning her.
He can agree with that.
Good.
You have
Probably save her for her.
Literally anywhere, I don't care.
Burl. Or world map, please.
Burl's like, don't worry, we'll hide you in the next house over. They'll never
Is it the
look
next
there.
house over?
So hang on, let me. Just going to the Saltmarsh Ridge. If you get the ruler out, Burl is pretty far from where you guys are.
I mean, yes, but it's the literal second major settlement.
Well, it's mostly a military fort, but if you will zoom out slightly here, if you zooming out slightly, Burl's main kind of purpose is that it's kind of like a checkpoint on the road for getting to other places. Because no snapping. Seaton is here, Saltmarsh is here, Burl is there. So kind of either way you cut it, you kind of have to head in that direction if you're going back. But you know, if you wanted, in theory, Laura could be dropped off anywhere, kind of along this line.
What is this
Put her
town
on the
called?
Alaskan Isles.
That one. I believe that's Dawn.
I think just getting her out of the Saltmarsh would be fair enough. And maybe don't leave her without any resources. That would also be pretty pog.
I literally don't care. That's
I
why I'm
know.
telling you. No, I'm telling Patmore. I literally don't care. That's why I'm telling you that Fritz is gonna handle that.
It's the least you can do.
Like just
Yeah.
the logistics of having her travel around. I don't want that on me.
But you can teach her, like, you get a horse costume, you put her in there, and you teach her to be a mount. Like deep
No.
undercover, like State's Witness.
No. Yeah, no, just somebody somewhere outside the Saltmarsh would be great. And Castantino.
Yeah, that can be done.
Casantino. And maybe give her some money so she can start a new life.
Like,
That,
put her in
that
like
can also be done.
magical witness protection or whatever.
Yeah, like if she wants to move to Madrigal, she can.
No one wants that, but like the concept.
Look, it's not like nature-wise a nice place to live, but like amenities-wise, it's a pretty nice place to live.
Yeah, except for all the
Yeah,
lead.
but my human rights.
Yeah, and my rebuttal to that is refrigerator.
I don't know
Human
what that
rights
means.
versus a refrigerator.
There's a lot of things that I would accept in my society if I could versus could not have a refrigerator. I will not lie to you. Like unironically, there are a lot of things I will overlook if you gift me a refrigerator when I did not have one or access to one before.
Yep. Like electric lights.
Director alternating current.
All right.
That's actually a really good question. It would be. I think it was DC, but it is in the process of transitioning to AC.
That's fair.
Because DC is easier to do, but it is much harder to maintain for a long time because it has many more upkeep issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously they started with Edison's idea because he's a doofus.
Okay.
I am gonna go now and sleep probably.
And
Maybe.
I'm gonna mourn you for a day, and then I'll see you the next day.
Mourn me for a day.
Well,
Last
Yeah, I'm
poor
gonna get going
murder
too,
taken
guys.
from
It
us
was
too
very fun.
soon.
Yeah, you're very
Thank you
welcome.
for the session.
I look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing
You're very
everyone 2 days from now or a week from now.
All right,
Okay.
see ya.
See ya.
Have a nice week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.